All right, this is episode 439 of the 3G podcast, and hey, once again, there's not a lot of news, surprisingly. There's a few things to talk about, but...
Lunar released.
A lot of it's speculation. First, I want to ask you something, Greg. What is your opinion of LeBron James?
Oh, geez, where's this coming from? This is out of left field.
Just a random Facebook post I got, or saw.
I mean... all-time leading scorer. Dude's been playing for decades. Most people would have retired a decade ago. I mean, he's had a very long career, so there's a lot of ups and downs in there. But
is he better than MJ?
Yeah. Ooh, that's rough. The only thing that MJ people, because this comes up all the time. The only thing
I'm aware
MJ people cling to is the 6 rings, but
that's something though, isn't it?
That is something, but I mean, it's not like MJ took a Bulls team in the late '80s to the finals and won it. Like he had to have fucking Pippen and Grant and Rodman. Like he had some fucking people. Like he wasn't just this single superstar in his team, right? Like Pippen is a world-class all-star, right?
Rodman,
Rodman's
one of the best
like one of the
players
best,
of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, defending champion over and over and over, despite.
He played for the Pistons twice, or in 2 championship
Yeah, played for
seasons.
the Spurs, played for the Pistons.
Yeah.
Like people did not like him because of how he was. But goddamn, if he didn't help a team, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean how he was?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
I'm asking
LeBron
for you to clarify.
had to go to Vegas and pull him out of a fucking hotel room and tell him to get back to work. Or Jordan. I said LeBron.
Yeah.
Jordan had to go to Vegas, pull him out of a hotel room, and tell him to come back to his job. What do you mean? What do I mean?
To be fair, dude would go fuck around with like WCW wrestlers and be in the ring taking fucking bumps, you know, during the playoffs and shit. And then he'd go and fucking win a championship. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, no.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not like Jordan didn't have help, but LeBron had help too. Jordan went and played baseball for 2 years. LeBron's just been putting up numbers during he never went off and played baseball for 2 years, right? He's putting up fucking numbers.
Here's my opinion, and I'll say this right up front. I'm not a basketball guy, so you can feel free to disregard this, but MJ, when he was prominent in the league, he was way more recognizable as an athlete and just as a figure than LeBron. For a good decade there, he was the NBA. And
you're insane.
And in a lot of ways, he still is the NBA.
This is why you're insane. LeBron, before he even came into the league, was touted on the front page of Sports Illustrated as the next superstar.
I saw the hype.
To say that man also wasn't the face is insane.
He doesn't have a fraction of Jordan's charisma. He just doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree. LeBron has paid for fucking generations of Cleveland kids to go to school. I'm
not. Here's the thing. LeBron has way better longevity than MJ.
Yeah, what did Jordan ever pay for kids?
He's got way better numbers. I'm not saying
school.
I'm not saying
he go gamble and play golf.
I'm not saying LeBron's a bad guy. I'm saying, like, if we're talking about, like, the athlete who represents the NBA, like, in my lifetime, it's still MJ. It's still MJ.
You also haven't tried to keep up with basketball in 30 years.
I mean, I paid attention when the Bucks were doing good. I think Giannis is way more charismatic than LeBron, but he doesn't get involved in the same sort of stuff that MJ and LeBron. There will not be a Giannis version of Space Jam, all right? Which is kind of a shame because I think that would be a riot. But I'm not saying, like, Giannis isn't comparable to either of those two. I find him likable. He's a likable dude.
How do I not have this Apex trophy yet?
Well, here's the thing.
I need an Uthduna and a new Udra crown.
I brought this up because there's a Facebook post shitting on LeBron.
Oh, I mean, this is every day, man.
I know, and I'm just like, I don't follow the NBA, but I see this shit all the time, and I'm like, you can't be a well-adjusted adult if you got, like, a serious entrenched position on this. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, if basketball fans are going to have opinions, but
to say one is better than another,
one to prop up another, you're probably not well adjusted because both of them are like at the top of the fucking top. If there's a Mount Rushmore, both those dudes are on it.
Yeah. I just think it's weird. Like, negative partisanship in sports is usually
like
pretty weird.
If I had to pick someone, I mean, LeBron's doing more for people.
If I had to pick someone to watch my kids
than Jordan ever
then
did,
it would definitely be LeBron. I don't think MJ would, like, if I had kids, I don't think MJ would do anything bad to my kids, but there's an off chance I'd come home and they'd be playing poker and smoking cigars, you know?
Which is great. I love that. I love that for my kids.
I mean, you know, there's worse things that can happen.
Jordan might be taking that game seriously.
Oh, no, like, all my kids' consoles and games and shit would be, like, in a pile behind him, and he'd be like, well, don't bet what you don't want to lose.
Yeah.
He'd walk out of the house with, like, $500 of electronics, and there's not shit I could do about it. He's like, I told him. But, yeah, no, it's just, negative partisanship in sports is weird. Like, I generally have to find someone unlikable personally as an individual for me to have, like, negative partisanship when it comes to, like, an athlete. Like, fuck Aaron Rodgers, fuck Brett Favre. Piece of shit. It's not like
LeBron doesn't have, like, his moment when he went to fucking the Heat and he made it a fucking thing, and then he said that they were going to win, like, 5, 6, 7 championships in a row.
Well, it turns out winning a championship is hard, right?
He was still young. He was still young, but that's got to be one of the top douchey, cringe moments in sports.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's another argument. Like, people want to say, you know, MJ was on a absolutely stacked team, you know, beating fucking plumbers and bus drivers and shit like that. And it's like, okay, I mean, but here's the thing.
People were actually more pro in MJ's era.
Winning championships is hard. It just is. In most sports, it's really hard to do.
MJ beat some pretty good fucking teams.
So if you're winning, you know, if you're three-peating twice in a span of 8 years,
that's a dynasty. I don't
think it's the all-star guys supporting you. I don't think it's because your competition is bad. I think you're just really fucking good. It's just hard to argue otherwise. I don't know. I mean,
they got Scotty for a pittance of fucking money.
Yeah, and he's still fucking sore about it. Well, he signed a fucking contract. What do you want them to do?
Yeah, I don't understand how athletes think that they can literally sign something and then, like, renegotiate a few years later.
Here's the thing.
That's a pretty fucking... Go ahead.
This is why MJ's my GOAT. You're talking about, like, what contracts did after Scottie Pippen signed his. You know the reason contracts did that? Because fucking MJ made the sport explode. Like, that's just a fact. I don't know. That's why I don't like... Who's this fucking... Is it Kirk Cousins is, like, one of the highest paid quarterbacks in NFL history now, and people...
That doesn't sound right.
No, he like $500 million he's made in his career, dude.
Oh, in his entire career.
Yeah, maybe? Yeah. I mean, like all time. And people are like, well, you know, Brett Favre only made like $80 million. I don't know what he actually made. I'm just let's say $80 million in his career.
Yeah, it was a different period of time too, right?
Yeah, there's a time when you could like. There was a time when the Packers could, like, sign Reggie White for, like, a $17 million 3-4 year contract. People are like, holy shit. I can't remember. Andre Rison fucking his contract is blamed for, like, bankrupting the Browns and forcing them to move to Baltimore, which is probably bullshit, but, like, his contract is, like, $5 million a year or some shit. I don't know the actual numbers, but you see a wide receiver getting paid $30 million a year now. Like a fraction of that supposedly bankrupt a team in the 90s. So, well, you know, it's a different sport. Things have changed. But that's why I don't like some of those cross-era comparisons. They're kind of bullshitty.
They're absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Larry Bird's earnings, right? Versus probably LeBron's last contract.
Larry Bird's career earnings like $1.3 million and a stick of gum. Yeah. Oh, fucking! I love Larry Bird, by the way. He's fucking fantastic.
Oh no, he was fantastic.
It's just, I don't know. Like you can't talk about who would win in a pickup game now, like the fucking 2020 Lakers or the 1996 Bulls. I don't fucking know. You don't know either. Whose rules are we playing under? That's a big question. All that matters is Jordan dominated his era in a way that few other athletes have. That's just a fact. Doesn't mean LeBron sucks. I don't get the urge to make
players probably also got better in LeBron's era.
Like, everyone got better. Look at ACL surgery, man. You're telling me that similar techniques and rehab and surgeries and shit don't exist for pretty much like everything in sports medicine now?
Yeah, did they have dietitians back then?
Let me put it to you this way. Take Reggie White, for example. I love using him. Like fucking 22 sacks in a 12-game season when nobody passed the ball. That is outrageous. Would he fucking be an all-pro like defensive tackle in today's NFL? I still think he would. Because I saw how he fucking just threw guys with one arm. And I don't think that skill is gonna run out. But imagine if instead of playing in like the 80s and dealing with like the training and the sports medicine and shit they had then, imagine if he's doing it in the 2020s. I don't know. I don't think you're playing 1988 Reggie White. I think you're playing Super Reggie White. And how does that guy play in today's NFL? Who fucking knows? Who knows? That's why I see people.
The LeBron Jordan thing will be going on forever, but
until the third guy comes up.
The fact that there even is a LeBron Jordan thing just shows you how fucking good LeBron is.
No, LeBron's good. I see these memes all the time, and I'm like, does anyone sit here and say Jordan sucks? Like Jordan wasn't the dude? Like. It's just defensive, you know, like LeBron's pretty good too. No, he isn't. Look how many times he lost in the final. He's been to like 11. You're going to lose some. I don't know. I don't get that kind of negative.
This dude took fucking Cleveland to the finals. Insane.
There's a YouTube channel I used to watch. I think they're called Secret Base now, but I can't remember what they used to be called.
Oh yeah, Secret Base is like top tier YouTube nonsense. It's fantastic to watch while you're writing something.
Yeah. I like some of their rewind videos. They have a rewind video, I think, on the 2014 Packers Seahawks, which I refuse to watch because it's too painful. But I'm sure it's excellent. I don't even care about. I don't even have to care about the sport. Their rewind videos are that good. I'm just like, yeah, let's see what happened 2002 in this Tucson game. Fucking NCAA shit here.
Their beef videos are really good.
They were really good, but I think they've kind of run lean on beef. And
well, they got one on Scotty that's fantastic.
Well, no, like they used to be good, but like the quality of beef they're working with now is not great. It's like, and then this guy sent an angry tweet, and then this guy said something snippy to a reporter, and then they made up. It's like, come on, like this is really well produced, but. You wasted 8 minutes of my life.
They've run out of the. They've run out of the. What was I going to say? The Malice in the Palace videos. There's only so many Malice in the Palace.
That's when like dude went into the fucking stands and like attacked a fan, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the dude, but I remember
Ron Artest went in the stands and attacked somebody. Who
threw drink on him,
somebody threw a drink at him. He went in the stands to confront the guy, but got the wrong guy. Like, he attacked the wrong person.
I remember... No, go on.
Yeah, you got the wrong person. Come on. You deserve whatever
You're
fucking
getting
fine they
paid
give
millions
you.
of dollars a year. I think you can let a drink slide. Like, point him out to security and get his ass fucking evicted or some shit. But, anyways, I remember like NBA fucking players had to start wearing suits and shit. Like the NBA took this as a big black eye and started cracking down.
Well,
I was working.
It's because they were wearing like they were calling them thugs because they were wearing baggy clothes and jewelry and shit.
Sakes.
Yeah, well, this is what fucking happens. You wear
God
that
forbid,
shit, you attack
25-year-old millionaires
fans,
dress
you attack
up.
fans, you get what happens.
I was working for a place called Armor Property Maintenance when this happened, and it was legit the worst job I ever had. It was 7 days a week. You'd go out at like 5 in the morning, and you would drive to parking lots, and you'd clean them up. You'd go out with a fucking one of those little mechanical scooper arm things and a fucking dustpan. You'd pick up cigarette butts. You'd change the trash. You'd change the marquee signs. You get that shit all nice and clean, and you do that for 4 or 5 hours every day. And then on the weekend, you'd go to like a strip mall and you'd clean that up. Sucked. Working every day sucks. Waking up that early sucks. Driving around in your fucking 10-year-old Dodge Caravan with a dying transmission for fucking little to no money sucks. It all sucked. But I remember I would drive around a lot in that job, obviously, because you're going from lot to lot. And I'd listen to sports radio, and they were talking about that a lot at the time. That's right around when it happened.
They're talking about what, the Malice of the Palace, or the fact that fact that they had to dress up in suits.
Both, but first one, then the other.
I honestly don't blame the whole suit thing. Like, they had it coming. You can't have 5 or 6 people go attack fans and expect nothing to happen afterwards.
No, I agree about the posse shit. Like, what does a professional athlete need to have like a crew of his boys with him at games for? Like, get these fuckers out of here. What are you doing? We will get fucking stadium security to deal with shit if there's a problem. But I'm not a big fan of dress codes. I never have been. So.
No, I don't like it either. But this is what happens.
Anyways, this is just an aside. This isn't a basketball podcast. My Bucks lost last night, and I'm not that emotionally attached to them, but they've had some bad luck in the playoffs. Some real bad luck with injuries. Like, how many times have Dane and Giannis played a complete series together in the playoffs? Never, I don't think. Ever.
You know what's crazy is back in Jordan's era, they didn't have fucking load management. Like, how the fuck did this start to become a thing?
I don't know, man.
They play games nowadays. People buy tickets to go see like Paul George or fucking Kawhi Leonard, and they're out.
Yeah.
Not sick, not injured. Load management.
I have no idea.
If you're paying, and especially with the prices going up, like you're paying to see that.
Well, I ain't paying to see none of that. I'm like, if somebody gifted me some tickets, maybe.
Well, I mean, some people definitely are.
Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure it'd be worth it for me to drive to like, where's the clearest? I don't think there's an NBA team in Nashville, is there? I think it's just Memphis. I know there's no way I'd like somebody gave me tickets, I'd be like, give them to somebody else. There's no way I'm driving to Memphis to go watch a fucking basketball game. I don't know. That's just a me thing.
And not to mention some of those seats. Like you got better view on your fucking TV at home.
Right.
If you're a real big fan.
If I was
a huge NBA fan, I would just get one of the season things for TV and call that a day.
I'm not even good at watching fucking basketball. I can't really follow it. I'm sure there's a rhythm to it, and you understand it more. I understand football. I don't understand basketball. I understand baseball too. It's just boring as shit. I can't imagine why anybody would force themselves to watch a fucking baseball game. Anyways, I don't know what the point of that diversion was. Are we hunting any monsters in this world?
Yeah, go for it. I've been online. Send me an
I
invite.
gotta see what we took a screen cap of the last thing we did. Where were we at? Zoo Woo. We were at the Zoo Woo apparently. Okay. Let me send an invite. Hey, Jared.
Why would this person send a freaking investigation without a crown? What the hell?
Dude, you're just gonna have to do a lot of them. That's how it goes. Or not get the plat. I mean, Rebecca should be here today. She's finishing up day 4 of the Somnium Files. Oh,
About to do the thing.
she's about to do the sync. She thinks. It's gonna be wild, man. She's gonna be spoiling us like crazy because. All right, so I don't know why I've been incredibly productive today, and that's not normal. It's not a flex. Like I shouldn't be doing anything. I woke up really early in the morning, played a whole bunch of the game I'm working on, and then I took a nap. That's very productive. I woke up and I played AI Somnium Files to catch up for the podcast, and then I did dishes while my oatmeal water boiled, and then Rebecca was sitting there like, it looks like it's gonna rain. I should go mow the lawn. And like, we're not supposed to get any rain until maybe a little bit tonight, but then like Thursday, I don't anticipate much in the way of rain. And even if it did rain tonight, it probably wouldn't be enough to preclude mowing Tuesday or Wednesday. Anyways, I was like, no, you need to go play AI Somnium Files. You need to catch up. And I was like, wait, you go get the mower out of the garage, because that's the part I hate doing the most. I hate getting the mower out of the garage. I hate pushing it out of the garage. I hate fucking cleaning it and fucking driving it over to the house. I'm like, you get the mower up to the house, I'll mow the lawn. And we have 2.25 acres, so it's like 2 hours to mow this lawn. And she did it, and so I went and mowed the lawn while she caught up on AI Somnium Files. Got back in the house at like 7:20, so I haven't been fucking around that long, but been busy today, and I shouldn't be. I don't think I'm going to do fucking anything tomorrow, man. I think we're just going to say it's Easter, I ain't doing nothing. Even though my contribution to Easter is just eating ham, but whatever. Who cares?
I got some of that in today.
You got some of that in? Yeah. Well, my mom invited me over to come eat ham, and we have a ham here. But what am I going to do? Not eat twice as much ham as I should? Absolutely fucking not. So I was like, okay, cool. And we had to haggle over time because Rebecca works overnight, and my mom doesn't want to start too late. And so we agreed on a time, and then she messages me a few days later, and she says, well, actually, your sister wants to go do Easter eggs. And I'm like, all right, fine. She's like, can we have the ham on Monday? I'm like, sure, fucking why not? Who cares? Like, it's free ham. I don't really care. It's just, maybe we could have had ham here today if you wouldn't have fucked around.
Me?
No, my mom.
You be nice to your mom.
Well, we'll see about that ham. If it's not dry or something, I'll be nice. But if it is, she's going to hear it. She always asks me if her mashed potatoes are as good as my grandfather's, and they never are. So I always got to tell her, not as good as grandpa's. I don't know what that fucking old man did, but he made some fucking mean-ass mashed potatoes. Alright. Wasted enough time. Greg, you already mentioned it earlier. One of the bits of news is we had the Lunar remasters release, and I remember Gung Ho Games at the time was like, don't worry guys, there will be plenty. That's why we're not doing any pre-orders. Well, there weren't plenty. They're sold out on everything except for Xbox last I checked. Funny thing is, they went live, when did they go live? Was it Friday night? I think it was Friday night. Or Friday morning. It's like 3 a.m. in the morning or some shit. I was awake, and I saw them in stock, but I don't have a ton of money. I decided to pass on those, because another news story, which we'll cover in a bit, but like, I ain't got the money for every fucking game I could possibly buy, so I'm going to, oh, by the way, I started Hunt, join.
Alright.
I got money for everything I could possibly buy, so Lunar is the least interesting of the games I'm looking at right now.
I mean, I love Lunar, but I also own those games and have beaten both of them. It's kind of the same reason I didn't jump on the Suikoden collection. I imagine I will get both of those at some point.
Well, Suikoden already went down in price, so you're probably going to be smart and get them at a discount, honestly. So, I'm not sure Lunar will do the same. This stinks of fucking manufactured FOMO to me. I am not actively worried about not being able to buy Lunar at some point. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong about this before, but I'm hedging my bets right now. And
Well, if you really want to, there's like 3 other consoles you can play Lunar on.
yeah, I'm just not
One
going
of
out of my
them
way to
being
get them.
very expensive.
But it's just funny that
The other one's being pretty cheap.
it's just funny that they were like, "Don't worry, there'll be enough," and okay,
And then there wasn't enough.
that wasn't enough. So maybe if they just allowed VGP to sell across, country lines, this would have been fine because VGP hasn't gone out of stock. So I think they're just trying to scam people.
I sure do like VGP.
Yeah. Well, they can't sell Lunar in the States, so they are a Canada exclusive retailer, which is a little bit weird and shitty and stupid, but whatever. It's not their choice, so I'm not gonna give them shit about it. Gung Ho Game is kind of shitty for it, but Jared, did you buy yourself a copy of Lunar?
Yeah, it came in today.
I figured if anybody would, it would be
Very
Jared.
good. Have you played it at all?
I did not. I was pretty much out all day.
Doing adult stuff?
Oh, I went over to my aunt's house for Easter.
Oh. I'm the only motherfucker on this podcast who hasn't eaten any ham. A travesty. Oh, that's not going to change today.
No, adult stuff is overrated.
What is?
Adult stuff is overrated.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. I was like, did he mention something about ham being overrated? I'm about to fucking get this guy. Well, it's not really adult. Like, mowing the lawn is
I was
adult
gonna
stuff.
say- I was
Going
gonna
over to
say,
your aunt's to get a free meal isn't adult stuff.
I thought you said ham was overrated too. I'm like,
I know.
Angus. No, ham.
I know. Like, those two
No,
things do
you're
kind of seem
overrated.
like they'd form a subset, right? Like, if you don't like ham, you probably won't like Angus. I don't know why that seems right, but it's emotionally correct. And I gotta get used to these controls again. That's okay, I was never very good. So that's one little news story that happened. I'm kind of ambivalent about it. The other thing
That's like the only news I know from this week.
well, this one's kind of a continuing story, and it's shit or get off the pot time, because that Oblivion Remaster is supposed to be shadow dropped this fuck. Is it still a shadow if, like, the bright lights are shining all over it? Like, it's the least shadowed potential shadow drop I've ever seen. Anyways, that's supposed to be this week. If it happens, it happens. I see people supposedly leaking, like, Twitch categories of it, and Steam DB leaks. I don't believe any of it until it's actually announced. So,
Yeah, all the Twitch categories come from IMDb,
no.
and those are created, so that doesn't really matter. But there were screenshots that were leaked from Virtuous,
Yeah.
which is supposedly the company doing the remaster.
If I had to hedge my bets, I would say this is going to happen. It probably will launch this week, and that's cool. And if it does, I will buy it. And all that, like,
It just seems so weird that they would, like, quote unquote shadow drop a game like Oblivion.
well, I mean, like, they announced The Elder Scrolls 6 like a decade ago, and it's still not here. So I don't know why they're showing restraint with this one, but you know what? Good on them. I would rather games just fucking happen than sit here and fucking
And have to wait a decade.
Like, I already don't care about The Elder Scrolls 6. How can you possibly still care about it?
Well, 2017, 18, those years were legendary for announcing games that haven't come out.
Yeah. So, I don't know, it reminds me of another news story. Apparently people are, like, scamming gaming fans by inviting them into, Witcher 4 betas. It's like, bros, what are you doing? This is CD Projekt. That game is, like, 5 years away from having a beta. You gotta be fucking dumb if you're falling for that scam. I don't know. The CD Projekt's out there telling everybody, no, this is a scam. We're not just betas for this game. I talk about hedging my bets. Literally hedging my bets. I did not buy Lunar because there's a good chance I'll be buying Oblivion Remastered this week. So that's literally putting my money where my mouth is and betting this is going to happen. People are already throwing fits about the images that leak. It's all brown. They changed the aesthetic. Look, if I wanted to play something that looked like fucking 2006 Oblivion, I just go fucking boot it up on GOG. All right, it can look different. That's kind of the point of remastering something. Last I checked, anyways. So if it happens, cool. Hopefully it gets a physical launch. That'd be even cooler. If it gets me off this current project, that'd be the most cool of all possible cools, because I would love to do some work on. I put a trap
before at the exit.
Hey, that's the guide you should have messaged Howard about.
What's that?
Oblivion.
Oblivion?
Yeah! You have any trank bombs?
Should have used it. You didn't get too far.
So... like, it's been way longer than enough time for me to want to play Oblivion again. Oh, I forgot the buttons. Get off! Stupid thing. So I'm gonna assume that's a no on the trank bombs.
No, yeah, I need to go restock apparently.
I'm just sitting here watching WrestleMania.
Oh right, they do that over 2 days now, don't they?
Yeah.
I can't name a single match that's happening.
Cody Rhodes and heel John Cena.
Oh, yeah, pass.
I really don't care about that one.
So what's CM Punk doing? Is he doing anything?
He wrestled last night against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
Wait, it was a 2-on-1?
No, it was a triple.
A triple threat. Okay. Who won?
Seth Rollins.
Okay. I used to like Seth Rollins, but he's kind of gotten dull now.
There's like a whole thing with Paul Heyman owing CM Punk a favor, and CM Punk asked him to be in his corner for WrestleMania.
And he got betrayed.
Yep, CM Punk got betrayed. Paul Heyman low blowed him, and then it looked like he was back with Roman Reigns, and he low blowed Roman Reigns and sided with Seth Rollins.
Boy, oh boy. Holy crap, the Thunder beat the Grizzlies 131-80. I'm not a basketball expert, but that's an ass whooping.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm pretty sure the other team's not supposed to outscore you by 51 points. I don't think I have Peacock anymore, so I couldn't watch it if I wanted to. I don't know. Greg, you gonna watch WrestleMania? You were watching wrestling. Oh, you did?
I did not get a crown, that's what I was gonna say.
What?
Nope.
Well, maybe that's one we hunted earlier.
Let me check and see what I need from Zulu. I need both. Yeah, that wasn't a crown investigation.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any other Zulu. I'm not sure why that one got saved. So, field survey history. Did I just not save, or... Oh, it only keeps a few of these. I have no idea. Well, that's weird. Wasted our time hunting a Zuwu. You already have a Jarakan, you already have Yan Kutku. Do you have Chatacabra?
I need a small one of those, I think. Let me look.
I don't know if that's a small
I need one of those. Yeah, I need a small one of those.
I don't know if this is a small one.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. It'll die in 2 minutes anyway.
It's a Chatacabra. Yeah, what's it gonna do? Other bit of news we have is more Nintendo. Apparently they have looked at the tariff situation and decided they are not going to raise prices, except for on their accessories, which this is such a Nintendo move to do. Like, oh man, when those tariffs got announced, people acting like Nintendo was mortified by this. Oh my god. I guarantee you those fucking greedy motherfuckers were sitting there rubbing their palms together at the thought of raising prices for this shit. And then the tariffs, were repealed, and they went, well, we already delayed the pre-orders. We were gonna do a greed, but now that these tariffs have been removed, I don't think we can get away with doing, like, a greed like we were gonna do a greed. We still want to do a greed.
We were gonna do a greed.
So we'll just do a little greed. So now Joy-Cons are like $95 fucking dollars. Which is out fucking rageous. Sony joined in by also raising the price of PS Plus in Canada. I just want to say this. I'm on the edge of PS Plus right now. If that shit goes up in price, I think I'm out. I think we're just done playing multiplayer games on the podcast because it's already.
No, we got plenty of stuff that we could play.
Yeah, stuff we could play, but I'm not paying for PS Plus if it goes up in price. Like I'm at the limit I'm willing to pay for I already fucking think it's disgusting. It was fine. It was like $5 a month. Now it's getting up near $8. It's like, fuck you. Absolutely not. I won't keep a useless Hulu subscription for less money than this. So why would I keep paying for fucking PS Plus? Bullshit. But it didn't go up in North America yet. But if it does, I mean, I think I've got over a year left, so...
You just need to find those deals that happen every now and again.
Maybe, but...
They're hardly out.
They're a lot rarer now, that's for fucking sure. You have to be willing to buy them from a code site, which I have done before, but...
Well, Sony fucking doesn't do any deals for people who have PS Plus right now.
No, it's all new users and shit, yeah.
New users, or if you upgrade to a higher tier.
Like, they're not offering anything I care to pay for, really. So...
I've dropped 2 boulders on this thing. I feel like we are really, beating his butt.
He ain't got a skull yet. I'm not that far away, though. What he's gonna do is dive, yeah. Speaking of Switch 2, Pan-European Gaming Information has rated a Switch 2 version of the recently released Assassin's Creed Shadows. So if you wanted mediocrity playing on your mediocrity, then this is just a match made in heaven. It's Assassin's Creed 2 or Assassin's Creed Shadows on the Switch 2 is just a match made in heaven for all the wrong reasons. God, people are sitting there talking, well, will it be on a cartridge? No! Are you out of your fucking mind? They couldn't even give you a properly functional version on PS5. You think they're not going to put the shit on a game key cart? You are out of your fucking mind.
The game's 102 gigabytes on PS5.
Well, it's not going to be that on Switch. Like, it'll be fucking, 900p with fucking DLSS. So... But it doesn't matter because you have to log on to the internet to fucking install from a disc on PS5. There's absolutely no fucking way that this game is going to be on anything but a game key cart for the Switch 2. People are just delusional if they think Ubisoft is flipping the bill for a 64 gigabyte cartridge and optimizing their game so it all fits on a fucking... No, they're not CD Projekt. They're not going to do that.
The last 2 years, I think, or maybe 2 or 3 years, they've had their Just Dance game code in the box.
I mean, for all I know, Ubisoft has, like, done good Switch 1 versions of games for no real reason, but there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Nintendo has given the green light for all the worst publishers to fuck you over as a consumer, and all the worst publishers are going to do what all the worst publishers always do, and fuck you over as a consumer. And that includes Ubisoft. So, maybe especially Ubisoft. The final bit of actual gaming news we have is Larian has released Baldur's Gate 3's Patch 8. The final patch they're working on, they're done after this. They're moving on to other things full-time. This has cross-play, a photo mode, 12 new subclasses, and more. If you were waiting for this game to be finished and have all the content it will ever have, now is probably the time. So, bittersweet to see Baldur's Gate 3's development cycle come to an end, especially knowing that, man, right now I'm not optimistic about a Baldur's Gate 4. Do I think it will happen? Yes. Do I think Wizards of the Coast will fuck it up by hiring the wrong studio and interfering and providing all kinds of perverse incentives? Yes. We will probably get a Baldur's Gate 4. And it might be the first bad Baldur's Gate game. That's just where I see the industry and Wizards. You know what? They should just, like, remove all suspense and just, like, give it over to Warner Brothers. Match made in fucking heaven. So. Anyways, that's the gaming news. There's not a lot going on this week. We are kind of just in the doldrums. The Switch 2 will go up for sale on the 24th. So this could be a busy week. We will have Expedition...
No crown there either. Fuck.
Yeah, it must have been a big one. We will have Expedition 33 launching on the 24th, I think. We will have maybe an Oblivion Remastered. We will have the Switch 2 go on sale. I don't know, when does the Switch 2 actually launch? Isn't it like June or something?
Yeah, June 5th.
Okay, so it'll just be a bunch of people crashing sites and crying that they couldn't order their fucking Switch 2. I have fucking peered into my crystal ball and have perceived the future. Alright, what else we got here? You have Gipsaros? I think I already asked that.
Yeah. I got old Jippy.
I mean, if Oblivion comes out this week, I guess Microsoft's just taking a Square Enix approach at releasing games.
I mean, Oblivion will sell. Oblivion will sell.
I mean, but they had fucking Indiana Jones last week.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They might have Oblivion this week. They have Forza next week, and then like Doom in like 2 more weeks.
Apparently, the physical copy of Indiana Jones is worthless.
Yeah, it's 20 gigs on the disc, and
yeah, yeah. I'll buy it when it's. I'll buy it when it's like $10 digitally. There's no point in owning that. So, not making me too optimistic about this Oblivion remaster, but you know what? I will pay full price for that digitally. I love me some Oblivion. It has been long enough. If this is on PlayStation 5, it's been long enough. If it's not, then fuck it. What's weird, I'm kind of, I'm not like in the loop, but I'm like right next to the loop, you know, so if something gets passed on to people who are in the loop, I usually hear about it. It's weird. I'm not an industry insider, but I rub my elbows with them a lot. We haven't heard shit about an Oblivion remaster. We haven't gotten a code. We haven't, no, like none of that. So either it's extremely like limited, or they're just not giving these out to anybody. I'm kind of leaning towards the latter, but we'll see. Like if there's reviews for it and shit, we'll know. But I usually hear about this, and I haven't heard really anything. So
yeah, I haven't heard anything either.
But I will buy Oblivion full price. I'll buy Oblivion because I love that game. It's so goofy. Hey, you know what?
I'd probably wait to see what they do with the
trophies.
the trophies and the gameplay system, how that's been reworked. That's what I'm most interested in. But
So what would you want? Like, what's your ideal Oblivion Remastered?
I don't want to swim into a wall for 2 hours.
I think like the best thing they could do is add like an experience multiplier, and just have that be an option in the option, because you can already kind of fuck with things a little bit. Remember, you can set the difficulty, and it's like, all right, I really want to level up my hand-to-hand. I'm like 15 hand-to-hand. I'm a Breton. I need to level it up, but I'm a Breton. I can't fucking punch things very well. Basically a half-elf here. So I'm going to pick on something my own size, which is a mud crab, but those die too fast. They're a fucking crab, right? So let's just turn the difficulty all the way up to very hard, six times life and whatever. That's great. Now they last a long time. I can level up my unarmed. Oh, I want to level up my block now, but this fucking bandit hits me too hard even when I'm blocking. So turn difficulty all the way down. Now I can just block him for an hour. That's great. So if they added like a ×2, ×4 XP multiplier in the menu, I think that would be the best compromise for just modern convenience. If they keep the leveling system the same. Because, yeah, like Greg, nobody in their right fucking mind ever maxed out Speechcraft without a trainer. Did not happen. At any point in this entire fucking universe. Nobody did that shit. So I wouldn't, no, that's fine. That's great. I wouldn't mind if they did that. Do you want them to, like, change it to a Skyrim system?
I think I would like that, actually, yeah.
See, I don't think I care. A lot of people are, like, very up in arms about what they want an Oblivion Remastered to be. I'm just like, whatever. I mean, if the story's the same, character's the same, it's got the same music, you know, I'm fine. I can play a Skyrim version of Oblivion. I can play an Oblivion wearing some makeup again, you know? It's good either way. Am I one of the most rational fucking gamers out there? I think I have to be. Just based on what I see online.
You of all
Look,
people.
it's a low bar. It's a disturbingly low bar. But I'm not one of the people sitting here going, oh, it looks all brown now. I don't like that they changed the logo from, like, molten rock to white. It's like, oh, whatever.
Surla, small, blanganga, anything. God damn it, you stupid bird. If I tell you to go, you go.
Do you have a Gravios? I kind of think we hunted this Gravios, or maybe not.
I think I need a small Gravios.
I don't know if I have a small one. This
yeah,
seems
I need
too...
a small Gravios.
Yeah, I think this is probably a large one. That'd be my guess. Do you have Lollabarinas?
Let's see here. Yep, I got both of those.
I'm pretty sure you got both Hirabamis.
Yep.
Guardian Ebony Odegaran?
Where are you? Yep, got both of those.
Nerskyla?
Got both Hirabamis. I need a small Nerskyla.
I'm not sure this is a small one. I think the small one happened later. Well, I've got two on my list, so one of them has to be the small one, so we'll do this. I'm very chill with what I want Oblivion Remastered to be. Like, there's a lot of options they could go in that I wouldn't mind. As long as they, like, the one thing I would like the most is they just put it all on a fucking disc, whatever it is. And Jared, I'm not going to pressure you to buy Oblivion. It's fine, but let's be honest, if you haven't played Skyrim yet, you're not going to play Oblivion anytime soon. I think it's a good game, though. I really enjoy it. At least I remember really enjoying it fucking, what was it, fucking
yeah, it's
15 years
2008, something like that?
Yeah, no, I think it was. I think I played in 2007.
Ah, it was close enough.
Well, yeah, because I remember I got my Xbox 360. I was working a janitor gig on Fort Campbell over here. I was come in late at night and I'd clean the commissary with a crew of people. Just sit there and sweep and clean up in a couple of hours. Pretty chill, man. All I had to do is I'd listen to music on my MP3 player and I'd be left alone for a few hours to fucking clean up a section of the store and go home. Made enough money doing that to buy an Xbox 360 and some games. Oblivion was one of the first games I got.
What a great game.
What a buggy piece of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
With like 6 voice actors between 5,000 NPCs. But you know what, like, that game had aura, you know? Like, you can't really... It was way better than the sum of its parts. That like, haunting fucking choral music that would play in the overworld sometimes, and the amount of detail they put into the fucking night sky.
Yeah. Plus the actual quests themselves.
The quests were pretty good, yeah.
The unique interactions. There was a lot to like about Oblivion.
Stop! You've broken the law! Those fucking guards were rough at the beginning of the game. I remember every time I started a new playthrough of those, I'd fucking just like run laps around the Imperial City, and I'd hope to find a guard and lure him into combat with some bandits and hope the guard got killed so I could steal his silver sword. That's some good stuff early on, man.
Well, I never did that. That's smart.
I know you can like...
There was something in Two Worlds like that you could do too that was really good. And you know what? There's something in Dark Souls you could do that was like that with those Black Knights and their spear that you could do early on.
Yeah. Well, that's not really that smart. That's just what I did. Like, now if you're really power gaming, you'll try to get like a bound claymore really early, and like it's basically a free weightless Daedric weapon as often as you can summon it. And I think there's a glitch where you could like repair it or do some shit to it to make it permanent. And that's like how you could get a Daedric weapon like pretty much at the beginning of the game.
Oh yeah, permanently.
Yeah. But I didn't know that at the time. That's something I found out like after I played through it.
I was just talking to somebody about how to speed run the Platinum Trophy in Skyrim, because I feel like I have some experience in that. You know, the advice I gave them was to go Orc, go get Longhammer, and just pop your special ability whenever you were facing a boss or whatever, and you would just power through it.
Surprisingly, I don't think I have any advice I can give on that, because I never played that game fast. I was always like, alright, I'm at Helgen, I'm gonna... Who are those guys you could fucking side with? I can't remember their names now.
Helgen?
Yeah, the place
you're talking about the Civil War, which side?
Well, before you left, that prison fortress the first time.
Yeah.
Just beat up dude and level up your fucking sneak and shit, and...
Oh.
Yeah, no, dude, I spent hours doing that.
I did all that against the people at the top of the mountain, the, Greybeards or whatever.
They don't attack you?
No, you can sneak behind them for days.
Dude, this is gonna sound insane. It is insane, in hindsight, but I was always like a fucking demigod in Daedric armor by the time I went to that fucking mountain and learned shouts.
Oh, that's usually my last trophy, is going up there, because you can do that without... You can do that part without actually being on your controller.
Yeah. That's one of the... I think that's pretty much all my Oblivion character creation guide is how to level up without having to use your controller.
Yeah.
I wrote that guide, man, I was fucking working... I've been talking about a lot about my past jobs. I was working on a Mac lab at that time, and I'd have to go into work at night after school, and I'd want to make games while I was gone. And I didn't always bring my Xbox 360 and hook it up to the projector in there. I did sometimes, but not every time. I'd just be like, "Hey Rebecca, just make sure I'm swimming into the fucking wall. Check on it every 15 minutes." Control.
Yeah, that was the way to do it back in the day.
Did you have a wife that would do that for you?
No. Well, I sure need one. You know what? It's not too late.
Well, you got kids now. You get Sadie to do it.
Oh, that's true.
Sadie?
I had Sadie Platinum Goat Simulator.
Oh, God.
I got Platinum and Goat Simulator now.
No, Sadie did.
No, it was me.
No, it was Sadie. You just admitted it.
Best. I did the majority of it.
You did Flappy Goat.
Yeah, the Flappy Goat. That game. Jesus Christ. That, you know what? It's very similar to Stardew Valley. It's a very chill game. One extremely rare and hard trophy. It's 3.3% online for that Flappy Goat trophy.
Greg's gonna be like, Sadie, Greg
But
needs
that,
athletics up to 40 today.
That Vector's Challenge thing is like half of that, though. It's like 1.8 or some crap like that.
Put that homework aside and swim into the wall.
Yeah, as bad as Flappy Goat is, apparently Vector's Challenge is like twice as bad.
Is that the Stardew Valley one?
Yeah. That arcade game.
I tried that like 3 times and went, absolutely not. I got better things to do with my time.
No, you should try. You should go look. If you don't, I'm sure you know what this Flappy Goat is, but you're not aware.
No, I've done it
bullshit. Before. Okay, fair enough. I
don't mean I completed it. I mean,
on that is bullshit.
Yeah, one of my friends wanted to show me how bullshit it was, and he brought the game over when he was into it, and he made me fucking do it a couple times. I got to like the fourth gap or whatever, and I was like, wasting my time on this shit. I'd be doing something more worthwhile with my life, like
it's
push-ups, mini games, and Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Way easier.
Way easier. Equally stupid.
I like how our stupid cats are over there attacking the fucking ants.
Let's see if you actually got something out of this one.
Have you seen the Somnium guide I put in Dropbox yet?
No.
I'm slowly working on it. No crown. Fuck me.
Alright, I think that's all the investigations I have.
I thought you had 2 of those.
Well, we already did the other one. I thought we could do the other one. But I thought we already did that. So we can do it again. I don't care about hunting the thing again. Why is Stone Cold trending? Doesn't look like there's a good reason. Alright.
What is this? Tempered arc build.
I will go see where Rebecca's at. See if we can start getting into Somnium Files.
How do I change the monsters to go just rest, right? That's all, basically all I'm doing.
Yeah, change the time, change the weather. You know it shows you what monsters spawn and when.
Yeah, but it doesn't show crowns or nothing, right?
No, it doesn't show crowns.
I got that fishing trophy, actually.
Rebecca's mad at the game because she's doing a sync and it's really annoying, apparently. I think she's syncing Hitomi. So, her path is way different. Way different.
She's syncing Hitomi?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Dude.
Yeah, that is way different.
So, I got done mowing. I went in there to see how she was doing. And you want to know how different her path is. First thing she asked me was, how many people have died in your route?
Yeah.
I was like, oof.
Gormagala and an arc build. I'm guessing Gormagala and arc build are both crowns we need. I got both Gormagala. I need a small arc build.
I don't think I have a small arc build. I have another Nerskyla, so there has to be a reason why I...
Yeah, if you want it. I mean, I don't care. Whatever.
I thought we did the ones up here on this list, but... I could be wrong. I'll give something to do. While we wait for Rebecca to finish her sync.
I like the sinks that have the yellow route has a chapter in it. I did all of the red route, as you know, and then I did the yellow route next, and I've done all of the yellow route.
Well, the yellow route's just one day.
No, yes, but it's 2 chapters in the guide, right? So
Okay.
That's kind of just how I think of it. But the second chapter gave me like 4 to 5 trophies. It was magnificent.
Well, I got to day 5 on the yellow route because I accidentally ended up doing the yellow route during the investigation, and then I went back and did the red route. So I'm on pace for both of those.
Oh, good. Yeah, the yellow kind of seemed like the natural next one to do. I don't know.
Well, the difference.
It's fine. You don't have to do any.
See, this one doesn't look small either. The difference between the red route and the yellow route is pushing a barrel or what'd you do in the other route?
Exposing,
breathing on a plate.
Yeah.
Like that's the big difference. I want to talk about it. Rebecca needs to get done. She should look up a guide or something if she can't figure it out. I thought the
this guide won't help.
The one we have.
Yeah, it's not there yet.
We're not telling people how to get through sinks?
We're not on whatever pathway she's in.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, I have no idea where she's at. I thought the sink that you have to do in Red Route Day 4 was probably the easiest one in the game. Like, the first thing I investigated was Iris.
Remind me who?
It was Oda's in the freezing warehouse.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty easy. They point out 2 or 3 things, like, pretty obvious.
Well, like, I searched Iris, and, like, all her options costed, like, no time, and gave you really good, what are they called, timies?
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, this just makes experimenting easier. You might as well just go and exhaust all her options, get a bunch of timies, and fuck around with everything else. Yeah.
The last Mizuki sink was rough.
And that's in the yellow route?
Yeah.
Wait,
that one I
more
had
than
to
one?
redo. That one I had to redo because the ending forces you to take 2 negative timings in a row, and it ends up adding up to like 120 seconds or somewhere around there. 100 and something seconds. I would just lie if I told you something. But that's rough. You have to make it to the end with that much time, or you're not getting the bonus.
Man, I beat the shit out of this Nerskyle.
Is it a, use your binoculars, is it
I don't think it's a small one. It doesn't look small. Making me wonder why I haven't some of these saved. Oh, bullshit. I think it's a tempered Nerskyle. Oh, bullshit. Jumped right into that. Well, I'm not doing so well anymore. That'll teach me to talk shit. Okay. Man, we've got so little fucking news over the past 2 weeks, I can still see that top 100 most influential list.
We should just do a year battle then.
We ain't got that prepared.
Not hard to prepare. Pick 2 years, quickly research top 10 games, call it a day.
We're down to 10 now? Well, Rebecca can't take that long.
That sounds like someone's just not good at improvising on the fly.
I am not. Why would I be? I live in America, so I don't have to improvise. Man, I tell you what. I was mowing my lawn earlier today, and I was on my like Chinese-made fucking mower, listening to Japanese-made music on my Korean-made MP3 player with my fucking Middle Eastern gas and my fucking clothes probably made in fucking Thailand. And I was just sitting there watching the sun go down in Tennessee here, thinking, good God, this tariff war is fucking stupid. How could anyone think this was a fucking good idea? Like, probably one of the biggest self-owns I've seen in a long time. How lucky he managed to be doing that move right at the time when he needed to be doing it. Cat, aren't you supposed to be helping me? No, he ran over here and still didn't help me. I think I have the most useless palico in the world. Please, Spider, eat that fucking cat. He doesn't deserve to live. Oh, come on. I was behind it. How did it stab me? They need to work on the hitbox in this game. This is some bullshit.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna... Can't for the life of me apparently find any,
Dude, it's not gonna happen after, like, 2 hunts.
Oh, what?
Clowns?
Oh, no, I'm trying to find things in the wild and I can't.
Oh. Oh, come on. Why am I fighting this fucking spider? Shoot this fucking thing. How does he have that many wounds on that leg? Get over here, you little bitch. There we go. Oh, hey, look, my palico did something useful for a change. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That wasn't anywhere near me. Fuck off.
Oh, yeah, we need to talk about AI.
Well, a woman needs to finish her day. I've been playing it since fucking 5:30. Shouldn't take that long. Bullshit spider. Oh. Oh, they're selling the Neptunia Rebirth games. Those finally listed. They're on Amazon and VGP. Kind of insane if you buy them from Amazon, but
Yeah, I'm in all the debt ever still. But I did buy something.
your
and I should
tax
not
bill
have.
cannot be that high.
And I still bought something.
What'd you buy?
I bought the NES version of Tiny Toon Adventures.
Oh my fucking god. That is not Salt and Sacrifice.
It sure isn't. Did you ever look to see if they had a website with anything?
What do you mean a website?
Oh, there's a silver Clementries. Fuck you.
I was given a message for you.
Yeah, remember they had a autographed version of something or
Oh,
other?
no, I didn't. You're the one who looked that stuff up.
Oh. I should go look it up again.
Oh, Jared bought something. I'm not sure he's around to say it, so I'll say it for you. He bought a...
What?
Oh,
What?
you say
Oh,
it. What
there
did
you
you
go.
buy?
I did actually buy 2 more things besides the Lunar Remastered.
Jesus.
I pre-ordered the Trails game. Before
Daybreak 2?
Yeah. Or whatever it is. It's not Daybreak 2, it's
Oh, right,
I forget
yeah.
what it's called.
Daybreak 2 was earlier.
Somebody wants to make a trade.
Yeah, but I'm like, oh, I should get that before it goes out of stock.
Was it about to?
The CE, right?
Yeah, it was at 50% still.
Oh, okay.
But the Switch version was at 25%, so I was like,
Wait, you bought it on Switch?
Them Switch versions more, huh?
I got it on PS5.
Okay.
Why would I get it on Switch?
I don't know.
It's lower stock. That's a fair question.
And then me and Nathan were talking about a certain series on Discord.
Greg.
A certain series.
It's a tactical RPG series with robots.
Tactical RPG series. Front Mission?
Yep.
Ah, you got it.
Because Nathan was like, oh, did they announced a Front Mission 3 remake, right? Yeah, I was like, yeah, they did. And then he said, if you play any of the games, play Front Mission 4. And I looked, because I have all my PS2 games on backloggery. I was like, wait, I don't own Front Mission 4. I thought I did.
Oh, interesting. So did you went out and bought it? It's pretty cheap, right?
Yeah, it was only like $25.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's the best. I recommend it.
I do have Front Mission 3 though.
I only have Front Mission 4. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to buy them all again on Play. I got some shipments in from Limited Run Games, and one of them was Front Mission 2 on PS5, so...
I told you I got my Persona in finally, right?
Oh, your Persona 4?
Yeah.
Did you play with it?
No, it's still just sitting here. It wasn't sealed, so I felt okay opening it up and checking it out.
Wait, it wasn't sealed?
No.
Is it supposed to be?
I don't think so.
I can't remember if mine was sealed or not either. Sitting there over on the other side of the room in a box, so... I also got Terminal Velocity in from Limited Run Games, so that's cool. I will probably never open that. I don't know. I'm not really sure I care to play that. So you need Blangongas?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yep.
Okay. I see two here on
Well, you have some saved?
No.
Oh.
I see two on my map, so I figured I'd look at them.
And a small Nurscala. And, I've been going through the Windward Plains and the ice place just looking for stuff. Small Nurscala, Longoga, and then in the plains, small Chattacabra, something Balhara, something Climatrice.
Wait, you need Balahara?
Yeah.
I didn't think you needed Balahara. Thought we got those. Yeah, the only things I'm really looking at buying are Oblivion and maybe those Neptunia games. I should hedge my bets on those because there's a good chance those will get cheap. But
oh, I was gonna say with Persona, I had that indie RPG from the guy who did Breath of Death 7 and Cosmic Star Heroine, called This Way Madness Lies, about those magical girls in the play. Yeah, that's what it looked like. I don't know. Really weird looking game.
You gonna play it?
Yeah, probably, eventually. I should finish Cosmic Star Heroine. I'm like halfway through that stupid game and I need to finish it. Daytime planning, let's do Fallow Nights.
I remembered why I hate Blagongas.
Did you ever play, Jared, did you ever play Cosmic Star Heroine?
I played about 2 hours of it.
What'd you think?
Decent. I did play a little bit of that the game you just mentioned, but I barely maybe like an hour of it.
It's all that magical girl genre, right?
Yeah. It was like $3 on Switch, I think it was at one time.
Is that even a genre?
It's a... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say yes.
I thought it was just like a character archetype.
I think there's entire fucking... I think there's like dozens of animes that are just that.
No. Well, I am glad to say I don't know. What else does Greg need? Said Chatacabra?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Chatacabras. I should buy those Neptunia games on VGP. They're having an Easter fucking double point special, which means you get like an extra $1 in their on-site points. Which is super, super tempting, I tell you what.
An extra $1.
Yeah, I did the math. It's like I can't remember how much they give you.
Who is this? PlayAsia? VGP?
VGP. They give you like, what's it, 10 points for every $1? No, they give you like 10 points for every $1 you spend. And then you can like trade in 4,000 points for $5. It's a pittance, man. It's a pittance.
Being really generous, it sounds like.
Yeah, now they're giving you 20 points per $1 spent. So you spent $100, it'd be about 2,000 points, which would be about $2.50. Right? It's the kind of math you get from going to college.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So yeah, not really that much incentive, but you know what? No shipping, no taxes. Already saving like $10 there compared to buying it on Amazon. So let me see, Chatacabra.
So on your hour that you played in that This Way Madness Lies game, what was your impression? Was it as good as Cosmic Star?
I mean, it played pretty much essentially the same.
Yeah, that guy's made the same game basically like 4+ times in a row now, but I do think he's gotten better with the battle systems over time, and like his writing has always been roughly the same.
No crowns.
I say that guy. I think there's like one major dude there, but he's probably got some, with all the stuff he's been doing, he's probably got some team members.
Said you need a Balahara too?
Yeah.
Small crown or big crown?
For Balahara...
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He ain't got either.
I need small.
What a chump.
I need small Clematrice, small Chatacabra, small
Wait,
Balahara.
you need a small Clematrice?
Yeah.
Why do you hate small monsters? What is... You gotta...
I need a small Nurskella. I need a small new Udra. Need a small Gravios. They were not giving me small. This whole game is just giving me big.
New Udra's a bitch. But I think it's just front mission, terminal velocity that I got in, and some Warhammer shit no one cares about. Probably the last Warhammer thing I'm going to buy for a long time, honestly. And I should have Expedition 33 coming in, because I pre-ordered that a while ago. So let's hope they don't fuck up my Steelbook or anything. Oh, no. Hold on there. I kind of want to go see if Rebecca's made any progress, or...
Yeah, go.
But I don't want to piss her off. No, she gets... Oh, there's one of those little ass things attack. Get out of here. Nope, no crown that one. Okay, I'm moving back to Rebecca. Oh, Never mind.
Ask and you shall receive, apparently.
I guess so. Hey, Rebecca.
Say her name and she appears.
That is not fucking true.
Sorry, I was, cause, what's his name showed up at WrestleMania earlier.
Who did?
That, one wrestler, the indie guy, that he's on TNA.
Oh, yeah.
The Mimi one?
Blue Meanie?
Mimi.
Oh, I have no idea. I've never heard of him.
Can you guys hear me?
Can hear you.
Yep.
Okay, you guys couldn't hear me earlier. Apparently I have to do fucking magic in order to make my goddamn microphone work. Is it the end of a day when the little white screen comes up and says a day?
Not every time.
Oh.
We'll call it. It's good enough. It's good enough.
Yeah, it seems like it's still the same day, but whatever. It's enough. I had to look at a fucking guide to make it through that fucking sink. Because apparently, like, half the shit gives you a
There's like
times...
one guide out there for this game that I know of.
Yeah, it's a wiki that I looked at. Like, pretty much every action you do gives you a timey, or like a ×2, ×3 fucking timey. If you choose the right one on, like, half the objects. So
There's
I looked
sometimes
at the thing,
that I found where they have like actions you can do that do nothing.
Yeah,
like,
I know that. That
and
unlocks, it unlocks new timies, but...
Well, they also have like 6 seconds, so if you have like a ×3, because whenever you get one of them negative timies, you're like forced to use it.
Yeah.
So you just go use a BS action on something that doesn't matter, and it turns 6 seconds into...
Yeah, I'm aware of that, Greg.
Oh,
But the problem is, it fucking... I was opening shit I didn't need to open. That was the right action, but I shouldn't have used or done that particular item. So when I looked at the guide, I just found, like, the fastest items I can do that unlock each mental block without me fucking having to do the ones that take longer and do ×2, ×3, whatever. Did make it through without, like... pretty much any times, whatever, that time. But anyway.
Well, if it makes you feel better, the timing we had to do on day 4 was like one of the easiest in the game so far.
Fuck off. This one was not easy. It was a pain in the ass.
Jared's like, what the fuck is a timing? What are you people talking about?
It's a sink, is what we're talking about. You meant a sink, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So,
all right.
Okay,
so,
did you guys talk about yours, or...?
No, we were waiting.
Oh, okay.
Greg was trying to force me to do a year battle while we waited. Barely escaped. I was about to go check on you again, and then you popped up. Like an evil
I was
djinn.
being angry, so...
See, this is why I didn't want to go, Greg.
Well, you came in here earlier, and I was already angry, so I yelled at you to get the fuck out.
Fucking mean. Cried a little.
Shit was annoying.
Wet myself a little bit.
Because I kept figuring out, like, doing the right thing, but it was giving me timies, but I should have done the right thing on, like, the objects that didn't get me timies. But you don't know what you're fucking getting for the negative ones until you get them.
Alright, so, day 3 ended with, in our route, with Dante getting knocked out by a walk pan. I'm going to call it a walk pan because I don't want to just call it a walk. I don't care if I'm saying pan twice, it doesn't matter. By that little shit, Oda. And we woke up in a car. I don't know how we got there. Because Iba sure as fuck didn't get us in there, but whatever, she was driving the car for us.
You still don't know how you got in there, or did you figure that out after?
Still don't know how we got in there.
Like, still, no idea.
No idea, no clue.
I can't remember anything.
I'm not sure they're gonna... This is why we don't play so far in advance, Greg.
I don't think they ever told me.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you're about to blow my mind.
No, I think it's just shut up, you're in your car now. Stop thinking about this too much. You need to go somewhere.
It has nothing to do with me playing.
You guys were in Oda's mom's diner, though, weren't you?
When we got knocked out, yes.
Yeah. So maybe his mom like threw you in the car and was like, "Get out of there."
They don't say that anywhere.
Defunct cafe.
I'm not saying it didn't happen, but they don't say nothing.
While we're being driven around by Iba, the killer sends an image of a one-eyed iris about to be sawn in half. I said fake as fuck. This is Oda's doing.
No, it's a stream. It was a stream. It wasn't sent directly to us.
It was
No,
yeah.
It was sent to everybody.
When I first played through this, I went, this is so fucking fake. This is Oda just fucking just faking this so we can like use this as a fucking get out of jail free card, essentially, to play the hero. Maybe try to fake their deaths. Maybe try to fucking
doing
be the hero
same
and run
thing
off.
that he does online, creating a fucking problem and
but-
then saving
Well,
her.
because I thought he was white knighting for Iris here, like, because last we checked, she was under heavy police suspicion, right? So
Yeah.
he's going to use this to try to throw suspicion off her and save the day and blah blah blah. That does not seem to be the case as of the end of day 4.
I found a large Quimitrice just now. This
Alright.
fucking game.
It's fucking with you. Are those the only ones you needed?
No, I need small.
No, the ones you read out, the monsters you read out.
Oh yeah, small Quimitrice, Chatacabra, and Valahara.
Okay. The thing that I wrote down is the killer doesn't broadcast his shit. He doesn't cut people in half. Like, that's breaking the modus operandi significantly here. But I guess it's supposed to be viewed as legit. I didn't get to the end. Obviously, Greg's at the end. He completed the route.
That's a great point. Well, the end of a route is not the end of the fucking story.
Yeah.
Like, we all know that, right?
Well, yeah, Rebecca's definitely on a non-canon thing, as we will soon find out.
Who knows if she's on the
I'm
canon?
telling you she's on a
no,
non-canon route.
no, I am definitely not.
So
You'll know why in a minute.
I will discuss.
Anyway, finish your thing, like Oda, half cut, fucking. Iris,
Okay,
blah, blah,
see,
blah.
Rebecca's as interested in this as we are.
It
Anyway.
was being streamed. None of the other killings were streamed.
I heard from the others.
My very next line is, apparently it wasn't faked. It just looked fake as shit, and the killer decided to change their MO for no discernible reason. They were also in a panda costume. I don't know why.
panda?
Polar
Or
bear.
polar bear, sorry,
costume.
polar bear.
I was
Right,
gonna
right.
say,
No,
it's a polar
Greg's
bear
right,
in
Greg's
mine. Why the fuck would they make it a panda?
And it looks so stupid.
Yeah, I know it's
like,
a panda now.
You see it fucking, like, grappling with fucking... Well, it's kind of off-screen, but you're supposed to get the gist that it's grappling with Oda and shit, and it's like, come on, what the fuck are we doing? I'm pretty sure there wasn't a fucker in a goddamn polar bear suit killing fucking Shoko and Renju. That's my knee-jerk reaction.
Who said he was wearing a polar bear suit every time? He could be wearing
Well, why
it,
is
but
he
he's
changing his
not
MO? Serial killers don't tend to do that.
Because he's trying to lure Date.
Well, maybe.
That's my guess. I don't know. I don't actually know.
So, Oda gets stabbed. I don't know why I didn't write this down. Oda gets stabbed. Iris's left eye is removed. Oda saves the day and prevents the ice cutting machine from chopping Iris in half.
He does that before he gets stabbed, to be clear.
Yeah. And then we get 5 locations to explore: the cold storage warehouse, Matsushita Diner, the Sajima residence, Central Hospital, and the Date residence. And I can blow through these pretty quickly. Oda stole a car at 10:33 p.m. The killer's broadcast started at 3 a.m., 4.5 hours between the theft and the scene at the warehouse. Oda appeared on the screen 10 minutes into the stream. Oda also took the family van. I didn't know this at the time, but this is going to be revealed. So I'm questioning, why did he need to steal a car if he already had a van? The only real interesting thing you find at this warehouse, and I'm guessing Rebecca's warehouse is a little bit more interesting than ours was. You find a bag of chocolates.
You definitely don't find that on mine.
Okay, you find something else in yours. You find a bag of chocolates that Date apparently used to collect. I don't know how you have collectible chocolates, but whatever.
They come with a sticker inside.
Oh, okay. Different cultural
it's for kids.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's for kids, but Date likes that
like
too.
America never had shit like that. Come on.
Well, they have that
they
bazooka
definitely
gum
do.
with comic strips, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
sure. So you
Yeah.
collect comics. Same
So-
difference.
Anyway.
And
Did you find a bag of chocolate?
that's all you find there. Like, There's nothing really that interesting at the warehouse except for that. You can fuck with that detective again there, I believe. Have another bout of what's your name?
Oh, really?
Then you go to Matsushita Diner and you are talking to Oda's mom. Oda's father looks like a Cartoon Network character. I still don't know what that's about.
His dad looks really weird.
Like it doesn't match the art style at all.
I still can't see his dad. In any of my things, I've never been able to see his dad.
Apparently Oda liked the same chocolate that Date did. That's a sign that you shouldn't like that shit, Date. Just
right?
saying.
Because he's a fucking creep.
Oda's so fucking annoying. He's so annoying. Then you find out that Oda's dad has been dead for 5 years. The same time Date got his eye fucked up and Mizuki moved in. I'm assuming that's a coincidence because Oda's dad just doesn't seem like a major character. I'm not even sure why he's in the log.
Well, you can see his fucking picture in yours. I can't see his picture.
So Oda's mom. I say this here. Oda's mom is suffering hella dementia. Oda also loves the same chocolate. I don't know why I said that twice. Explains the bag at the warehouse. Turns out it does, but not in the way I was initially thinking. Oda's mom
they kind of make more of a thing out of that later.
Yeah. Oda's mom forgot that Oda was at the hospital. Also forgot she was not asleep at 10 p.m. last night, which is what she initially said. But after Date gets knocked out, Aiba's recording. You see Oda's mom confronting that witch Iris in the recording while Date's knocked out. So she's definitely not asleep. Looking at Mayumi with thermal imaging shows that her brain is cold. Literally, they confirmed dementia after I made fun of her for having dementia. I did not feel bad. I felt like a sleuth. Mitsushita Diner has been closed for 8 years. Explains why nobody's ever there. The explosion at Kawasaki and the closure of Bloom Park killed the business. Maybe the stress also killed Oda's dad 5 years ago. That's unsubstantiated. That's me speculating.
Well, because he had to get extra jobs to make money because business went down.
Does that get confirmed? Because that's a speculation on my part.
Yeah, no, that's on mine. That's confirmed.
Okay. So Sajima has a bodyguard packing heat. This is when you go to his place. Dude's just feeding carp at his fucking palatial estate. He's a cunt. His guard's a bitch. You don't really get any information out of any of them. Then you go to Central Hospital and you talk to Iris's mom. She doesn't really say much except that she had a friend named Manaka Awai die when she was young. She thinks Oda is a hero for saving Iris. Apparently the boss also thinks Oda is a hero for saving Iris. I am still not buying it at this point, but whatever. Hitomi was picked up by police at 4 a.m. and the killer was last seen on stream at 3:15. It's a 20 to 25 minute car ride from the warehouse to Hitomi's house, barely enough time to make it back. Precious little if you have to do any cleaning up, stash a polar bear costume, etc. My hypothesis that Hitomi's the killer is not looking good in this route. But I still got hope. Bitch probably did something. Single moms always committing crimes. And then at the Date residence...
I know what she was doing.
Doing something. Then at the Date resident, Mizuki's mad at you that you abandoned her.
No, I mean, I really know, like, kind of what she was doing.
Okay,
not
well,
at that moment.
Yeah.
Her shadiness. Shadiness.
Our routes are completely different.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean her shadiness isn't the same.
Yeah, it just never comes up at all with ours.
Right, yeah, you don't follow that
I know
lead.
who Iris's dad is. I'll put it that way.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh, it's got to be so, right?
We'll get to
man,
that.
no, man, don't tell me.
What? No, that's the point. We're spoiling all this for Rebecca. You're gonna get spoiled, son. Rebecca's gonna talk about her route.
Okay,
anyway,
well, let's continue.
Mizuki, you go back to Date's residence. Mizuki's at home. She's pouting. She won't talk to Date. You gotta, like, exhaust all her dialogue options. That little bitch is sitting there on a fucking bench press, just pumping iron. I'm talking 220 pounds of fucking...
Non-stop.
Yeah.
Way more.
I'm not joking, Rebecca. I am not joking.
Holy shit.
She's super strong, apparently.
I used to bench, right? I used to lift weights. I have little T-Rex arms, so I was always able to bench pretty easy, because I only have to, like, lift the bar like 6 inches, and it's fucking done.
Yeah, my max was like 80. Yeah,
my max was 245, was the most I ever benched. And I still think that's pretty good.
Well,
That's pretty good.
when I was in high school, it was 245s on either end, and the
Oh,
bar
yeah,
itself, which is 45.
Yep, okay.
And you do an 8 set of that.
Shut up, Greg.
That's 225. Oh, what? You can talk about stuff, but I can't fuck
No,
you.
because you said it was 245 on either
You
side.
can't bench 225, but you can do 245. Shut up.
Yeah, Nathan, you're saying
I
you're
thought
saying
he
you
said
can
he
do
did-
245.
I
I'm
thought
just
he-
saying I did sets of 225. What is wrong with
No,
that
I thought he
statement?
said he
You
did
heard
225
it.
on either side.
Yeah.
No, are you insane?
I thought you were being insane.
You
Well, you
know this
always-
is what you get for
like-
not even letting me finish.
Oh my god, I have a clone in this game.
Who does 220? Was that Schwarzenegger?
No,
Does that?
nobody does that. Nobody does that. That's like
Oh,
only
yeah, they
strongmen
absolutely
types.
probably do.
You only do that kind of...
that guy from Game of Thrones. You don't think he does that?
You only do that kind of weight if you're in strongman. If you're like an NFL player,
there's a strongman that can bench at least
if you're
500.
if you're like an NFL player, you tend to just do more reps of lower weight so you don't hurt yourself. Right?
Yeah.
I think 245 is like what people shoot to do reps of at. I did one. All right,
Yeah, the
220.
Mountain in Game of Thrones, he does like strongman competitions, but
Yeah.
he also does like Highlander games, I think, if I remember correctly. He likes to throw a big pole around.
So I'll
know
tell
if
you
you
what,
guys have ever
Greg.
seen that. Anyway.
225 not 225 is so much lighter than 245. Like every 5 pounds you add to that shit,
like
it becomes
20 pounds lighter.
It becomes oppressively heavier. It just feels
You're
so much heavier.
dumb.
No,
Anyway,
I'm saying
So a
Is
little
that
girl
some of that college
is
math you were
benching
talking
as-
about?
no. I didn't learn that in college. I learned that from pumping iron.
So a little girl is benching
She-
as much as Greg.
As
could.
Greg, and she wasn't doing. I'm gonna do 8 sets. No, she was just sitting there like angry benching that shit.
Well, you leave the controller off, she'll do it forever. She's amazing.
Another interesting note I got is Dante apparently watches cuck porn on his PC. I don't know why that had to be fucking written down, but it's there.
Yeah, I got a smallest crown from a random investigation. Fuck yeah.
See, that happens
I didn't
sometimes.
even see his computer.
Yeah,
I
no,
did
you
go to
click his
house.
computer and it literally says he's into cuckolding.
And
Okay. I'm not surprised.
What? It's
To be
what's
honest.
wild. The things that they
no.
tell you in this game.
But I'm not surprised at all.
that kind of tracks for Dante. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Mizuki also thinks Oda's a hero. Tells a stupid story about her grandfather being born at sea and being raised by dolphins. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but maybe.
Yeah, but Dante also like goes out of his way to fucking tell her
lie
stories
to
and
her.
things that just
Yeah.
aren't true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
A year
Makes
ago,
sense.
Mizuki got bullied at school, and Dante trained her how to fight back. She apparently has latent superhuman strength for some reason. Like, he makes her punch, and it, like, fucking sends out a shockwave. No! I used to be able to bench in that range, too.
She kicked a tree down, Rebecca.
oh my
I didn't see that.
That's on the yellow route, I believe. She
Oh,
just straight
okay.
up, at the end of her training, she just straight up kicked a tree over.
I used to be able to bench in that range, too. I did not see sonic booms when I would punch the air. So, apparently we were doing exercises a bit differently. Because I never got that flex. And that's all I'm going to go for now. There's more stuff that happens. But Rebecca, tell me how your day 4 starts.
So, I will recap what the end of my previous day was. I wake up in marble to Mama looking at me. And it's 3 in the morning. And she's like, oh, I thought you just got drunk. You were laying on the floor when I got back here, and Oda and Iris were not here. And I guess Mama puts you on the couch. She doesn't say it explicitly, but I'm guessing that's
It
what
makes
happened.
more sense than Iba, okay? Mama
Yeah.
looks like she could bench 225.
Yeah. So,
How
You're like-
did Dante get knocked out? Refresh everybody.
oh, right, yeah. He got knocked out by Oda zapping him with a taser.
Which is better than getting hit by a fucking walk.
Yeah, and it also explains why Iba went offline, like, right away. Because, electric, and machinery. Not friends when it's not from a cord. Anyway, so he's like, why the fuck did you let me sleep so late? And she's like, I tried to wake you up, but you wouldn't wake up. Of course, you know, she didn't call the ambulance or anything, but whatever. She's just like, I thought you were just too drunk to wake up, so I just left you.
She's got enough cops in her establishment as it is, okay?
Yeah. So she's like, fuck it. And you get... I can't remember if you just, like, get into your car. No, you're leaving, or you're trying to leave, or you're about to leave, and then you get a call from the boss saying, oh, fuck, watch this live stream. Like, there's bad shit happening. So you get to see the live stream. Iris is missing an eye. She's laying on the table. There's this big saw above her, and all of that is the same. And the polar bear costume comes over and turns it on and stuff like that. And then, like, Oda comes out, and he's like, hey, leave Tessa alone. And he, like, runs off screen. And then the polar bear comes back, not Oda, and turns the machine back on and cuts Iris in half.
What?
The
Holy shit!
Gets splattered in blood.
How graphic is it?
Very.
Do you see intestines?
Yeah. You see flesh pits sliding down the camera.
Holy fuck balls!
A whole bunch of blood. Yeah, a whole bunch of blood, and you can kind of see, like, the polar bear walks up to the camera, and, like, you can see it kind of moving, and then it turns it off.
I think we played the wrong route, Greg.
And so, Dante's like, oh, fuck! Like, he was almost there. Like, he's like 10 minutes away still. No, like 7 minutes away, because I think he's, like, had 23 minutes, and he was, like, most of the way there when that happened. And so he gets there, and he sees on the table the polar bear cut in half.
What?
And Iris is not, like, they don't show her. So I don't know where she actually was when he gets there. But she was dead in that warehouse. Like, she was still there. But on the table is a cut in half polar bear. And this really confuses Dante. He's like, what the fuck? So he's like, I'm gonna find out who this killer is, and also, how the fuck did they cut themselves in half and why? So he takes the head off the polar bear costume, and it's Oda! Oda is cut in half, too.
Holy shit!
And then it cuts to the interrogation room in Abyss, and you're just kind of, like, sitting there, like, in shock.
Well, that was a day.
One would be. And so the boss comes in. She's like, "You okay?" And then he's like, "Whatever." And she's like, "So they think, like, headquarters thinks that Oda killed Iris and then killed himself."
Headquarters is pretty fucking stupid.
Dante's like, "What? That makes no fucking sense at all." So then you go through the steps of, like, talking about all the different suspects, how it's not possible for Oda to have done that. Now, Date, when he left, did not know that Oda had been stabbed in this route. Oda had been stabbed, but he was not dead when he was cut in half. He was just almost dead. So Dante's like, there's no way he cut himself in half. Like, that's not fucking possible, especially given the blood loss he already had. And the boss is like, I already knew that he didn't do it. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ to make you think about all the possibilities.
Boss is such a twat.
You go through everybody that you know and rule them out as suspects. Like, everybody. Hitomi, Oda's mom. Shut up, Joker. He saw that I was petting Yangus.
Oh, you can't do that.
He's fucking growling and nipping at Yangus's face now. Whatever, guys. Have fun. And so, like, this includes, like, everybody.
Including Mizuki?
Including Mizuki.
Oh, wow.
And himself. Date talks about how,
Did I do it?
Yeah, he's like, did I kill them?
Did Aiba
And then
do it?
Aiba's like, hey, you dumb fuck, I've been with you, like, I know you didn't kill them, you know you didn't kill them, you have alibis for every fucking murder. Like, quit being stupid. And
Dante's pretty fucking dumb.
yeah. And you can tell that when, like, he's controlling Aiba in the things.
Are we still blaming Date for that? Because I think that's mostly Aiba just being fucking stupid in those sinks.
Well, she takes on, like, his intelligence and form.
Ugh.
Yeah, they kind of talk about that if you, like, talk to Pewter a lot. Anyway, so you get, like, all the locations that you can go to, which is, you can go back to the warehouse, you can go to the diner, Oda's mom's diner, you can go to, let's see, you can go to Hitomi's, you can go to your own house, and where is the other fucking place that... Oh, Marble. You can go back to Marble. So, at Marble, Big Mama is like, hey, I think the Komakuros are responsible for these murders, and they had, like, some deal going on with So. Like, they worked together to, like, fuck up that district and buy out the property, and now they're working on making the property into a casino land.
Interesting.
She does mention that Oda's family diner has gone out of business because of the proximity to that district. And she's like, so it's probably the Kamakuras. And he's like, but, like, Iris had no connection to them. And neither did Oda. And she's like, actually, Oda's connection is the diner going out, so he probably fucking hates them. But I don't think she ever established a connection with Iris. Anyway, so at Oda's mom's diner, she's pretty much like, fuck you, I don't want to talk.
Well.
Like, leave. Which makes sense. So, like, everything you try to ask her, she just, like, dot, 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 dot.
Should ask her, hey, when's the last time you saw your son? Get it? Saw? That's pretty funny.
If you go to Hitomi's, Hitomi just, like, talks about how, like, everything in the house has a memory of Iris, and, oh, I miss her already, and I'm
Bitch,
sad.
get it!
And, like, she hugs Date, and then he leaves. And, let's see, where was the other place I said you can go? Oh, you can go back to the warehouse. There are no chocolates on the ground.
Did you look in the corner?
I looked everywhere.
Did you use your X-ray, or, what's it? Heat vision or whatever, low light vision to see it?
There was no option to do that.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
Anyway, you can look at the blood stains. You don't really learn anything there, but when you leave outside of the warehouse, Pewter is there. And he's like, I need to talk to you. And Dante's like, what are you here for? He's like, surprised to see him. And you know he's sus about that. So then Pewter is like, yeah, you know, the boss didn't want me to tell you about the Cyclops killer, but I think it's really important for you to know this for your investigation so that you can actually proceed.
You're talking about the old one, right?
Yeah, the previous one. And he's like, it actually wasn't the Cyclops killer, it was the Cyclops killers.
Oh, fuck.
And Dante's like, what? Naturally, yeah, because, like, they always said it in the singular. And he's like, yeah, the former head of the Kamakuras who committed suicide had a thing for women's eyeballs.
Oh.
So he teamed up with a psychopath and had the psychopath kill the women, and then he would pull their eyeball out.
Greg, did you get a small crown cumatrice yet?
Nope.
I think
And
I found
then
one.
Dante's like, well, who's the psychopath? And Pewter's like, he doesn't have a name, but he's inmate 89 in the Fucha prison. I don't know if you guys got that voicemail.
Yeah,
from
we
prison.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I know who killed Choco. So then you're like, oh, one of the things that you get from Hitomi
Join my game, Greg.
that she visited this prison to visit a prisoner. She doesn't say who.
Oh no!
And
it's
she
her
ran.
fucking dad.
She ran into Shoko there, who was also there to see somebody. So then, you do some stuff to get. Oh right, you also go to Ibis and boss is not in her office. So then, like, you leave and you get number 89 to headquarters so you can do an interview. So
you
while
actually
you're...
see him?
Yeah. Yep. He sits across from you. He's like this. He's just a dude. And he lies to you about where he's from. He says he's from like some country in Africa that has like 17 million people or something like that. And Date's like, quit fucking with me, tell me the truth. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know my name. Whatever. I'm just 89. Anyway. So then he's like, I can tell you a story. When Date is like, how do you know Shoko? And he's like, but you have to start getting me released. You have to promise that you're going to release me from jail.
Dude, you're a multi-murderer.
Like, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I'll let you out. No, he's like, yeah, I promise. You'll be let out. You'll be released. So then, number 89 starts telling you this story about a detective that was, like, investigating crimes, and then he was investigating this guy who was, like, stabbing women to death and stuff like that. And the guy, like, puts his knife down when he's being confronted by this detective, and then is like, I'm just gonna go to the mental hospital and be let out again, because, like, I've already been through this rodeo, so go ahead and arrest me. And instead of arresting him, he shoots him.
Dante does?
The detective.
Oh.
The detective.
So, after the detective shoots this person, there's like a whole police cover-up, and he never faces any charges or anything, and they say it was in self-defense.
Sounds like police.
So, this detective then decides, like, hey, I'm sick of all the fucking red tape. I'm gonna continue to be a detective, but when I get a lead and find somebody who's doing the bads, I'm just gonna fucking kill them.
So he goes
So at night, he goes around killing bad guys.
Yeah, he's the Punisher now.
One of the nights, he fucks up and gets caught by the Komakura. And the boss of the Komakura is like, hey, I know what you're doing, and I want you to kill people for me. And if you don't do that, I'm going to kill you. So then, he's given the codename Falco. And so he goes and kills people for the Komakura. And one of the times when he's trying to kill somebody, he gets shot in the stomach. And a kindergarten or a grade school teacher finds him and calls the police, or goes to call an ambulance for him. And then, like, some people with guns are coming after him, and he, like, kisses her, and then he sees her once in a while. Like, and then it goes to him, like, eventually being like, I'm not going to talk about this anymore, after he tells you that he was told to kill the teacher. And he doesn't say whether or not he killed the teacher or not, and he's just like, I was told to kill the teacher and her daughter, and, like, I wasn't about to be doing that. And then he gets quiet. And he refuses to talk. So then, Date's like, I guess we're gonna have to do a sync on him, because I was like, he's not gonna fucking tell us anything, even if we release him. Because he was like, I'll tell you the rest after I'm released. And I was like, no, he's fucking lying. Let's not do that. Let's fucking jack into his brain. So, then one of the most annoying fucking syncs happens.
This is inmate 87 talking about
89.
a detective, or 89 talking about a detective?
A detective whose codename is Falco.
Okay.
So, honestly, the child is 12, when he's told to kill them, there's not a huge, like... It doesn't say the timeline, so maybe he's not the dad of that child. But he doesn't mention that teacher having a child before. So...
And the teacher's Hitomi, right?
The teacher is Hitomi.
Yeah, because she was Oda's teacher.
The detective... Oh, yeah, she does let that out. The detective is number 89. So when you're in the sink, you more or less figure out that he is. Or at least he thinks he is. And so, you get to do the thing. It's really fucking annoying, like I said on the start. There's a really funny spot, though, where there's like a pot of boiling green liquid. And, like, if you drink it, Aiba passes out on the floor, and you're just like, Aiba! And she finally, like, gets up, and she's got, like, this really stupid look on her face with, like, this huge grin, and her eyes are, like, wide open. And he's like, are you okay? She's like, thanks for the soup. And he's like, what kind of soup was it? And she goes, elephant. And he's
Weird.
like, what? What kind of soup? And she goes, elephant. And then, you know, you just go on from there, like, don't even acknowledge it.
Guilty pleasure, I like making Aiba do things that seem stupid in those, even if I have to
Yeah,
relive.
seriously. That's what a retry is for. Anyway, so, like, some big eye looks at you, and you can close the curtain, and then, like, after you are unlocking stuff, there's, like, a loud bang on the door, and you can lock the door. And the head of the Komakura, the one that's suicided, not the one that's current, he busts in and he shoots Hitomi.
Oh, really? MoMA?
What?
MoMA.
Who's Momo?
The current head of the Kurakawa?
No, not him. I said the one that committed suicide, the old fat dude. With the creepy hair.
This is in the sink still.
Yeah, this is the sink.
Okay. Yeah,
so,
okay.
like, in the sink, he shoots Hitomi. Number 89 tries to block the shot, but is unsuccessful. And Boss breaks in through the door. And then the sink ends. And then when you get out of the sink, and this is where I am currently, like, where the screen turned white and said day 4. That's right after what I'm about to tell you. But first I do want to go back to Date's apartment. There was no porn, and Mizuki was just sitting on the couch, like, legs pulled up, kind of like rocking back and forth, traumatized by the death of her 2 friends that she saw on the live stream.
Yeah, it happened.
And she, like, won't talk to you. And she's eventually like, I want to be alone. And Date's like, he sits there for a little bit and then he just leaves. And he's like, Aiba, let's get her some therapy for this. And then he just fucking leaves. And
well, sure, I lost her parents and 2 friends, so, you know.
His apartment
You still got the boob secretary. I don't know what she's complaining about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's a lizard person. Anyway, so...
No, I actually have an update on that for you.
She's not a lizard person?
I have an update on that for you because I've done her ending route where you say fuck it to the investigation and you just go off on vacation with her.
What?
Oh
and you like abandon everybody. Yeah, you abandon your job and Mizuki and whatnot. When she says she's a reptilian, what she thinks she's saying is that she's a vegetarian.
Oh my god.
What an idiot.
That's a problem with some people.
That's so stupid.
Well, I mean, I knew she couldn't be a reptilian because reptilians don't got mammary glands, and she clearly does.
Yeah, she's clearly a mammal. Anyway, so Date's apartment is very sad. There is a bench, but he's sitting on it while he tries to talk to Mizuki. There's a rack with their clothes on it.
Yeah, we were just talking about that secretary.
With their clothes, not her clothes. Anyway, on the rack are
There's
like
a rack.
two of Date's jackets that you see him in all the time, and 3 of Mizuki's yellow jackets.
Yeah.
And he says the rack is like, it holds their clothes. It's like are those your only clothes? And you just keep re-wearing the same ones under it? Whatever. I thought that part was stupid and funny.
Yeah, they
and
did.
Also...
They did mention that they have other clothes. They're just not there.
Oh,
but that was the joke.
Yeah.
But mine didn't do that.
Really?
There's one bed in there.
Yep.
Yeah, Dante sleeps on the couch.
Only the door out.
Did it not say that Dante sleeps on the couch?
No, it never says that, but it does say...
Ours did. It said he sleeps on the couch.
It does say that is Mizuki's bed. So, but you never see computer anywhere.
You never see computer?
No.
Wow.
But he's got, like, a big speaker system and then, like, an audio file.
Big speaker system is underselling it.
Yeah, that thing was fucking
You
huge.
could live in one of those fucking things.
But he's
Funny
not
that
being
you mentioned that.
He's not being pervy for now.
Mizuki hides in them. Yeah.
But during the sink, he is very disgusting.
With Hitomi?
Hitomi and other things. He's just nasty.
What is he doing in your game?
Well, first he's trying to get Aiba to, like, molest Hitomi in all kinds of ways. And he's like, when you do things to her, it's like I'm doing things to her. So
your route is fucking deviant.
Give her hugs, feel her up. And I was like, no.
She does kiss her, but she kicks.
He's trying to get her. It's touch her.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
And it, like, she's like, where should I touch her? And then Dante's like, I can think of where you can touch her. And then the camera zooms in on her boobs. And I was like, absolutely not. I will touch her on her stomach. That's what you meant. And she just touches her stomach. And she's like, huh, that's weird. She's hard. And he's like, she's what now? And Iva goes, she's hard. Like, she's hard to the touch. And he's like, she's what? And he keeps doing that. And then at some point he's like, well, I'm hard.
What the fuck is wrong with Dante?
Like, he's definitely like an absolute pervert in this particular sink, especially. Like,
I thought Mizuki was just giving him shit, but no, apparently there's a reason.
No, he's fucking nasty. Like, you just fucking saw somebody cut in half, and you're having a boner in the brain of a serial killer. What is wrong with you, Dante? Anyway. So, when you get out of the sink, Pewter's like, hey, like, some shit has gone down. And Dante's like, where's Boss? And he's like, no one can find Boss. And he's like, so, what? And Pewter's like, no, I have big news. While you were in the sink, So's body was found.
Oh, everyone's dying in your game.
He was chopped up and put into a vase.
Oh, wow.
And his eye had been cut out.
I approve. Fuck that guy.
And that's where I'm at with this. And it
did
the white screen gay for.
This path that you're on so far definitely has the most death.
Yeah.
Of all of them that I've seen. And this is what, the blue, you're on the blue path, right?
I don't know, the right side path.
Yeah, blue.
I'll have to go look in there just to see your screen. She doesn't even know.
That's the one that Nathan's gonna write for Neoseeker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe.
It's pretty fucked up.
I ain't got any problem with it.
And now I'm starting to think Boss is the fucking killer.
Fuck, at this point, I'll just get Rebecca to write that.
Because you're almost out of fucking people who could be it. Because they're all fucking dying left and right.
There's only so many people left.
Hitomi's still alive, right?
Hitomi's still alive.
That bitch did it.
Her fucking daughter was cut in half.
That bitch did it.
Yeah, you're asking for quite a bit at that rate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shoko's involvement with the Cyclops killer is not particularly known. He said something about having a working relationship with her. She did, in fact, visit him in the prison. But he's also refusing.
A child of the fucking Cyclops killer. She's got that evil seed about her. That's why she's superhuman strong.
Maybe. But
could be. Probably not.
That's where I'm at with this story.
Your last guess was garbage, Nathan. Admit it.
All my guesses are going to be garbage. That's the fun of it.
Yeah. But Boss is looking real sus now. If I don't find her dead, I'm thinking she's probably the killer.
I thought that at one point too, and it ended up not being. But that's different.
In yours.
Yeah.
In mine, who the fuck knows what's happening next?
So shall I continue with what happened in ours?
Go on. Yeah. But you know what? There's a third game that's going to come out, and Iris is alive in it, so non-canon.
Yeah, mine is non-canon. Mine is just everybody fucking dies.
Oh, is that why you're saying it was non-canon earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because the point of the third game is to
fucking
rescue
cut
her.
in half in a very disgustingly brutal way. Little bits of flesh and blood running down a camera.
You know what I think is funny, just as an aside? The fact that apparently Oda still doesn't know fucking Iris's name. He still keeps calling her Tessa.
Yeah.
Simps are gonna simp.
He even calls her Tessa right before he gets stabbed.
Simp's gonna simp even if they don't get anything in return. Alright, go on, Greg.
And he also failed to protect her, so good job, Oda. I don't
So
particularly want to hear past this day, though, even in your path, because there might be overlap.
Too bad. You gotta reveal all this to us. We're gonna reveal to you how this works.
Well, I have to pee, so I'm gonna step out.
Otherwise,
wow.
we're gonna be. See, this is what we should have done. Well, no, I don't think Chaos Child had routes like. Well, no, I guess it did.
No, it definitely did. It's just that they all like stemmed and were.
I think you had.
I
think you had to go to like the one ending first, didn't you? And then they all like branched off after
before they unlocked or something.
So we'll cover ground a lot faster this way because
they didn't unlock until a certain point. I think.
Okay.
Until you've beaten the main story.
We should go back and do that. Now that I think about it more. I'd have to reread through some of that and get familiar with it again. No updates on this. All are such fucking liars.
What is the point of these Uthjuna investigations if there's no crown?
Was that your dog? Or was that... No, that has to be one of our dogs.
That's definitely your dog.
She must have left her microphone somewhere where they can get near it because that was really loud.
Yeah, there goes Jared.
Oh, yeah. Watching all that WrestleMania. I see no Rock trending. Terrible. One of the worst WrestleMania main events ever. One of the worst WrestleManias ever.
Why?
I don't know, I'm just reading. People are saying. Worst heel turn in Mania in history. Very underwhelming main event. No chemistry, bad pacing. Travis Scott spot was pointless. Lackluster. No Rock. What's the point? How many people really wanted The Rock to show up?
These pretzels aren't for you! Butt dogs.
Okay.
Wait, Greg, if you talk about this path, what is Nathan going to talk about on the next path? Or next podcast?
You know what? You describe the red route, Nathan. I'll describe the yellow route.
Greg's not going. Greg's not going up to day 5. We're just doing for the end of day 4.
Well, I was going to describe the yellow route.
The whole yellow. We don't need to do the whole yellow route.
I'll save it.
Yeah, that's day 5. We'll save it for next time. We'll do all the day 5s we have tomorrow or next Sunday. All right. Where did I step off here? You go back to Central Hospital. You get a call. You're in your car after exhausting all the places you can explore, and You get a call from Boss that says Oda's awake, so you go to the hospital, and you and Boss are talking to Oda. The chocolate clearly means something to Oda, because when Date mentions it, he reacts. Don't even have to get his body temperature for this one. He's just very blatant about it. You find out some of the details. He stole his mom's van, stopped at a store, at which point Iris and the van were stolen by somebody else. Oda stole a second car to pursue, but couldn't find them. Still have no idea how Mayumi got around, so at this point
That is so intricate that somebody followed them, waited for Oda to get out of the van, and then just stole the van and Iris.
Yeah.
And all this happened without Iris caring, fighting, getting out.
Yeah. So there's still no word how Mayumi got to this warehouse, because we know that she bought the chocolate. She bought the chocolate from a convenience store at like 10:32, and Iris was abducted in the van at 10:33, and like the two stores were like 100 meters apart or something. So there's no way this happened at the same time. So.
Yeah, mine doesn't even address how Iris and Oda got there from Marvel.
Well, now you're learning. So presumably,
like, it's not even mentioned. It's not even speculated on. They just gloss over it.
Well, you're too busy talking to serial killers. You don't need to speculate about stolen cars. You got a dude telling you fucking the backstory. So, still don't know how Mayumi got to the hospital, or not hospital, the warehouse, and apparently Mayumi and the person who abducted Iris were two different people, or she's fast as fuck. The way Oda found Iris at the warehouse is he lost her in traffic, and then he realized he left his phone in the van, so he went to an internet cafe and he tracked his phone using GPS and found it at that warehouse, and then went there and saved Iris. Big hero, blah blah blah. Oda didn't call the cops after Iris was kidnapped because he didn't want to get caught. Remember, he just brained a fucking cop a few minutes before and ran, so calling the cops was not something he was keen on at the time. Oda's lying about the details of the struggle with the person in the polar bear suit. He knows something about the person inside but won't tell. Oda saw Iris driving Renju's car at 8:50 on the day of the murder. So remember when Iris was like, well, I don't even have a license, and we were all like, that doesn't mean you can't drive a fucking car.
Yeah, even Dante's like, that doesn't mean you can't drive a car.
Yeah. Inclemency, let's do morning again. Oda saw her driving around in Renju's car when he was out in Akihabara buying a new phone. This is me speculating. Why would he tell the police this incriminating information but withhold literally anything else? Driving a murder victim's car shortly after the guy was like murdered is a very bad look. Dude will lie about everything else, but this is like, no, it's okay. I was totally shopping for a phone. I just saw her driving this dead dude's car like less than an hour after the coroner reported that he died. And she
was also the last person to be seen with him.
Yeah. Iris
at her house.
This is me going over the times again. Iris and Renju were seen leaving Sunfish Pocket at 6:15 p.m. Iris was driving Renju's car at 8:50. Renju was murdered at 8. His body was found at 10:20. So that's the timeline. X-rays revealed that Oda was holding a knife in the hospital bed. Date reveals it, and things are getting a little bit loud, and then the boss gasses him with sleeping gas, so he might be right. He might be up to... Oh, did you get a small Chatacabra?
Not yet.
Oh,
yeah, they can't find the knife that Oda was stabbed with.
I'm in a mission. Let me kill this thing real quick.
I can just
that Oda was stabbed with in my game.
You found the what?
They can't find the knife that Oda was stabbed
in well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Well,
okay.
I just want to say, the boss is just like, it was probably thrown in the ocean.
Oh, because they're right near the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shield sent a supply item.
So yeah, the boss apparently
boss
just
gasses you too.
no, she gasses Oda, disarms the little freak.
Yeah, because he was hiding a knife in his bed, and it wasn't the knife he was stabbed with.
The boss
he
clearly
was just fucking stabbed. Of course he's gonna.
the boss clearly just has sleeping gas that she carries around. So complete with a little mask for it and everything.
Cause she's a fucking murderer.
Hey, you know what? Renju was fucking incapacitated with a substance before he was killed.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying.
Wait. So where's Iris during all of this?
She just had surgery because her eye was removed.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. So she's like unconscious.
She's alive. Yeah.
She's unconscious, but yeah. Now Oda's like up and around after getting stabbed in the gut and having surgery, so I don't know how he's fucking recovered enough for that, but whatever. Then you do the Oda sync. Oda thinks he's a hero too. Boy lives in a world of pure delusion. This sync is weird as you're facilitating Oda's nonsense rescue of Iris instead of searching for clues. So
when we say hero, he's acting out like a fantasy hero scenario, like from an anime or something.
The literal next line I wrote down is, "This is mostly just wish fulfillment for a brain addled by anime." He is. He's doing like Ginyu Force poses and shit.
Yeah. He's doing the poses and everything.
And what you got to do is you got to like move things in certain ways that facilitate him not getting killed and not being useless and helpless, so that he can save Iris. And like the two routes split at whether you have Aiba push a barrel or whether you have Aiba breathe on a plate that's frosted over. Either way, like the barrel will roll and you'll see like a fucking A sign. And him seeing the letter A makes Oda apparently go, oh, A set, I've got to be a hero. So that's like one of the locks in this mission, and that determines whether you go down yellow route or continue on red route. Depending on which A Oda sees.
So you went with red route, I'm guessing.
Oh, well, I accidentally did yellow route first, but then I got to day 5 on yellow route, and I reloaded and I finished up red route. So what I like too is like one of the first things you got to do is you got to like lie on like a puddle of ice to melt it with Aiba's body heat. I don't know how that works, but it did.
Yeah, that's
and
exactly
you can also punch the ice, and Aiba will start like for Dante and start punching the ice, and it'll break. I'm like, okay. So apparently there's 2 ways to do this, and neither of them take that much time. You can investigate Iris when she's tied up under the ice cutting thing, and like every option you choose to interact with Iris takes very little time and gives you a really good fucking timey, like a bunch of timies that like cut time down by 1/7 or make the time take 1 second. Like they're just giving you good timies in this.
Yeah, you can get some pretty good timies if you molest Hitomi.
Oh, okay. See, so they want you to investigate incapacitated women in this game to get time.
Apparently.
You know what?
I mean, that's Dante's
that
thing.
Tracks. So. That tracks. He does react faster when there's deviancy involved, shall we say?
Yeah, he didn't like it when Aiba smeared blood on a painting.
Well, that's just weird.
He's like, why did you have to use blood? And she's like, well, I don't really have blood. And he's like, well, call it something else then. She's like what? And he's like,
raspberry jam.
He says, bodily fluids. And she's like, I am not doing that.
Why would that make it better?
That does not make it better.
Depending on which orifice. No. You know what? Never mind. So there's like multiple ways to do this. You can have Iris throw a fucking rock at a control panel to activate a switch that, what's his name? Oda can use to dislodge a hook, which stabs the panda bear person in the leg. By the way, it's not the boss. Sorry to tell you, but whoever in yellow route, whoever it is gets hit with a hook in the leg and presumably has a wound. And boss does not hide her legs. So
that's true. It was the dream. You were right.
True, but
it is a dream. That doesn't mean it actually happened. He might have fantasized about hitting the polar bear with
it happened.
This is the lead we're going on right now. Is look for a guy with a wound on his leg.
Was there blood on the hook in the warehouse?
There was.
Okay.
Oh, there wasn't on mine.
They didn't cover that when you first visited the warehouse, so I'm assuming you go back in day 5.
Yeah, you find that afterwards.
Okay.
Well, there's no blood on my hook, so it's still good.
The other route, you just like move a forklift and then Oda gets stabbed, so not very heroic. That's red route, is when you move the forklift. And then the sync ends in the yellow route. Date's like Oda incapacitates the polar bear after the hook incident, and he's trying to like open the mask or pull off the hood part, and Date's like trying to stay over the 6 minutes to get a view of the killer, and ends up getting people pissed at him because he put everything in danger by trying to wait. Apparently Oda didn't see the killer anyway, so it was kind of a waste to do that. But in the red route, Oda kind of just gets stabbed, and he gets stabbed with the knife he gave his mom. It's the one with the floral pattern. So that's the knife he gets stabbed with in my version. Is the knife from his mom's diner that has fucking 2 moms written on it or whatever.
Yeah, they fucking mentioned that in my route too. That night.
So, I still don't think the knife has been found in our route.
Oh, it's definitely not been found in mine, so.
And then the day ends, well, I said the knife was in fact Mayumi's. Oda speculates that his mom might have hired somebody to kill Iris whom she hates. But why did she, or where did she get the money, and why target why target Shoko and Renju? If it is this fucking detective guy that can apparently just be paid to fucking kill people, maybe. Didn't think about that because I'm not on that route, but hey, maybe they hired 89 to go in.
Yeah, I thought that sounded completely ridiculous when they were talking about the guy being hired.
Yeah, but now it's still ridiculous because I don't really see Mayumi having the capacity to fucking put a hit on somebody. But
yeah, she doesn't have the mental capacity. Though, she could be a killer because fucking people with dementia get that dementia strength.
Plus, dude's still in jail.
Can get super violent.
But none of this explains what happened to Shoko and Renju. Unless somehow 89 gets out of prison, takes the contract, and decides to do some killing of bad people on the side, which I can't rule out, but as far as I knew, he's still in jail.
Well, Senji makes sense because that's Iris's. She hates that Lemnis cape.
So
she could have killed him because of that.
Yeah, but I'm not sure she knows anybody except for Iris in that sphere.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
I could be
he's
wrong.
pretty well known as the head of that company.
To anyone without dementia. I don't think she's Google searching for fucking CEO of Lemniscape.
Well, both Senji and Shoko were involved with the Kamakuras, who are responsible for her fucking diner going out of business and her husband dying.
True, I'm not sure what capacity she has to pull off any of this. Is the point I'm making.
She's a stone cold killer.
Maybe.
That's why her
the day 4 ends when you go to the diner, and she just outright admits to everything. I said, but she's a lying liar like her lying son, so we'll see if that pans out.
Oh, she's a lying liar.
Just like her son. Just like her lying son. So that's where day 5 starts, is where you're interrogating her. I think she's full of shit. She's covering for Oda, or trying to cover for him, or whatever the fuck. So we'll see how that goes, but I ain't buying that this demented fucking frog lady is a criminal mastermind, serial killer, whatever.
Well, there's 2 killers from the first Cyclops killers. Maybe she aids Ota.
Maybe she did. Maybe she aided whatever.
And Oda's like, God damn it, Mom,
maybe
don't
her
hurt Iris.
husband was the original one, and Oda is the second one, and she's just been aiding them both. I don't know. Probably not. That sounds stupid, but unless she's got a wound on her leg, I don't think she's going to be the polar bear person. I haven't gotten that far, but I highly suspect she doesn't have a wound on her leg. So, and that's where we are at the end of day 4 on AI The Somnium Files. There were 2 Gravios here just chilling out together, and neither of them have a crown. I got you 2 small crowns today.
No, yeah, you've done good. Can't complain.
I'm surprised they're showing up that often, actually. So that's where we stand. I'm kind of tempted to play more on, so I kind of want to play to the end of Red Route now.
I went out and played the end of the Red Route, and then I played the end of the Yellow Route. Couldn't help myself.
I mean, those should probably only take a couple of hours.
Red Route is damn near done for you. And so far, I want to say it's the lamest route. And Yellow Route's pretty quick. And it's interesting. It's not as interesting as Rebecca's, but it's got a few similarities, which I just want to talk about.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it next week.
So how do you end up running off with the secretary? Do you end up back at Lemniscape, and then you're just like, hey, let's go.
Don't goad him. Don't goad him.
The free roams. You have to ask her 5 times in a row to leave. Because, like, you're with Mizuki, and Aiba gives you shit for it, and Mizuki gives you shit for it, but you do it 5 times. You do it 5 times in a row, and yeah, sure enough.
So you just abandon Mizuki and like, okay, no, I'm done. Tapping out. Boobs, come here.
But where in the storyline do you have that as an
That's
option?
Yellow Route.
That's on the Yellow Route.
Yeah, that's on the Yellow Route.
The actual Yellow Route?
Yes.
That's an optional ending in Yellow Route, apparently.
Oh.
So, like, what do? You pluck Aiba out and say, get lost, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm wearing an eye patch now.
They put it all in a... They put it all in a text explanation over, like, an ocean backdrop.
Oh, my God.
And then it's just game over.
So, where's Mizuki gonna go?
They don't explain nothing.
Stay in that apartment. Yeah.
Who's paying the rent after Date's gone?
Nothing is explained.
She has 2 dead parents, and one of them owned a company.
Okay,
yeah, money.
No, that's true. Bitch got money. That's fair. That's fair.
And she's smarter than Date, so...
Well, that's...
Not
stronger
hard.
than Date.
That's... Well, no, Date is beating up some Yakuza, so... It's funny, because after she, like, punches the air and there's, like, shockwaves, and he's like, holy shit. He's like, one lesson that you must follow is you must never hit your master. And I'm like, smooth, you fucking bitch.
Smart.
Should have told her that earlier, because that's probably what was fucking motivating her to learn this, so she could hit you because you're a pervert.
We have another AI Somnium File game after this. 3rd one isn't out yet, and even when it comes out, it won't be on PlayStation for a while, maybe a year. So it could be a while before we get to the 3rd one. From what I've seen of the 2nd one, you play as Mizuki at some point, so I'm curious what's going on.
You play as Mizuki in the Yellow Route for a bit.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's a brief thing. I don't know. I guess we could go back to that. But guys, if we wanted to just do fucking like visual novels on this podcast, we would be good for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we can do fucking House of Fata Morgana at some point. We can do... I've never played through Steins Gate 0. I wouldn't mind doing fucking Steins Gate Elite, just to give Rebecca an excuse to do it. We've got robotics notes. We can finish off Chaos Child. We can do Chaos Head Noah. We've got tons. There's probably... There's like
Don't
raging...
we have some of the Danganronpa too?
We've got all the Danganronpa. I don't know if Greg wants to do those, because I'm sure he's... Well, one of them's like a 3rd-person shooter, I think, so I don't think it'll be
yeah.
That one.
I don't know if Greg wants to go through that again.
That one's short, and you could go through it easy enough.
We
it's
could
an
always
easy platinum.
We could always. Well, I mean, I want to do them all eventually. We could get Rebecca to do My Darling's Embrace, but I don't really think that was that interesting, honestly. It's fan service. It's silly. There's not murder. There's not murder.
Really care about.
There's not murder. We got Raging Loop. There's a bunch of games on the shelf behind me that we could probably cover. No, that's not to mention just any that I bought digitally and I don't remember, because...
Any visual novel where people don't die, I am not interested in playing.
I'm pretty sure people die in most visual novels. Unless you're playing like some dating sim, then
Well, you
someone's
like Danganronpa, then that's for sure.
people
I
die.
know that one has a lot of
People
murder.
die all the time.
The
in that.
weird third-person one is called Ultra Despair Girls, and it has the most child murder.
Well, yeah, because you're shooting them all, but it's not a
No.
visual novel, doesn't it?
You're shooting robots.
Oh. We also have the nonary
Robots
games,
that are murdering children.
Yes.
and I don't know how many.
Mostly adults.
I don't know how many visual novels are in the nonary games. Unfortunately, there's not a good way for us to do like Muv-Love. That wouldn't be a bad one to do, but I think they're only on Switch. Unless Greg's gonna go out and buy Vita copies, but then Rebecca can't. Well,
Wait, is yours on a digital?
I have it physically, but we have a PS TV, so we could just swap out the cart. So I mean, we got so many that we can do. We don't really need to fuss over Muv-Love or anything yet.
And that one sounds pervy.
It's pervy, but it's also fucked up from what I've seen. So,
Better.
plenty of visual novels to do is all I'm saying. There's a bunch of them. And you know what? They might remake Steins Gate again, so we'd just be busy doing Steins Gate. Wait, was there another? I thought there was another one made by those people. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, they've made like 5 or 6 of them.
Maybe
they haven't done Robotic Notes yet.
I know. I thought there was another one. Then maybe I haven't bought it yet. I thought there was like some investigation one. I can't remember. So we will be doing day 5. Apparently, we'll be doing 3 different day 5 routes. And from the sound of things, I might not have to be talking all that much because mine might be the least interesting one, which is fine. And that will be like the main, like most of the main routes in this game done, right? There's probably I'm probably lying.
I hear there's a peach one.
There's probably 3 routes. You think there's 3? I would think there's 3 routes off of Rebecca's too.
Yeah, I would imagine because ours has
because this one's split twice and then
red,
split
yellow,
twice
and green
yeah.
at least. So she's probably got blue and peach and.
So we will all have another
one.
route to do, hopefully, in this, which is cool. Although one of them will probably be pretty short. So, but we'll figure it out. It'll be good. This has been going pretty well, and it's been giving us something to talk about in this absolute fucking drought. So, I'm gonna go make.
I wonder if because the way they've been doing the pacing and the settings have been really good so far. And the writing is, of course, just, I mean, the main story is interesting, but all the little moments have been really good.
It's pretty good. The characters are likable, you know.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if Nirvana Initiative is the same quality or not.
Wait, you didn't play that one?
No, that's the second one.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was thinking about, like, the nonary stuff that this guy did before this, apparently.
Yeah, all those are good, but the third one in the nonary games is not as good as the first 2. Like, the first 2 are 10 out of 10 fucking novels, like stories.
Well, we got them. We've got them. I don't know if Rebecca has them digitally, but...
high praise.
Yeah, but the third one was a little meh. It felt like it was rushed. It felt like he was just trying to finish things.
You know what? I found out something terrible right before the podcast. Horrible, awful news. The guy who does all the great fucking Atlas illustrations of demons and shit, apparently he doesn't work for Atlas anymore. He works for some fucking blockchain game now.
Well,
That fucking sucks, man. That feels bad. I can't.
puppy.
I was reading an article about that Raidu game, and I went to the comics, and people were talking about the artist fucking being a crypto bro now, and I'm like, oh, that's lame.
It's like, damn it.
That's lame.
That's the problem with the internet, is you find out these people that, like, you like some of their stuff, you find out that they're horrible fucking people.
On the plus side, Arnold Schwarzenegger's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean...
What?
What? What do you mean, what?
What did you say? Arnold Schwarzenegger's pretty cool?
Yeah!
Okay, well, where did that come from? That's like left field.
Okay, most people, like Rebecca was saying, you'll fucking follow them online, find out that they're a giant piece of shit, right?
Sure.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's politics aren't for a fucking Republican governor, former governor. His politics aren't that bad.
No, I mean the things Arnold's done is amazing. Like the biggest blotch on Arnie is fucking the babysitter, or house cleaner, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, he was married to a Kennedy, so they're all gonna be. You just catch infidelity by proxy at that rate,
right? And I mean, there was a pretty high chance she was gonna get murdered or die in a horrific way.
Yeah. So, God, what was it? R.A. Salvatore. I followed him on Twitter years and years and years ago, and then I found out he's just like, this is around like the Clinton shit in 2016. I found out he's just an insufferable shitlib, one of those obnoxious vote blue no matter who people. I'm like, I can't stand this. I'm just gonna fucking unfollow him and block him so I just see him and I don't end up fucking saying mean things to one of my favorite fantasy writers on Twitter. It was sad. Like, there's worse things you can be than a fucking shitlib, but actually nowadays, like, that's less forgivable. But
yeah, because it led to what we're fucking dealing with now.
Look, if you're a shitlib and you're riding with Biden after he committed a genocide, then you're just as bad as the red team. Sorry to fucking say it. All you people who are sitting there online going, "Oh, don't you wish we still had a normal president like Biden? A baby killer?
He wasn't
no.
Fucking normal.
Baby killer. What the hell?
Supplying bombs to a country while they're committing a genocide? That's blood on your hands. He's just as fucking culpable for every dead fucking Palestinian kid as Israel is. Genocide Joe. So, anyways, I'm gonna go make some chili spaghetti. Do we have any, like, crappy hot dogs, Rebecca?
No.
I couldn't find any. I saw some in the lunch meat drawer, but those were, like, footlongs. I'm like, I'm not eating those on.
They're not footlongs, they're bun length.
Bun length, whatever.
And
I was
they're
like,
the expensive fucking ballpark ones.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not
the expensive ones. They're not the beef.
I was like, I'm not eating those on spaghetti. So, but okay.
You go look at the text guide before you go do that. I want you to see my little eyeball I made.
I gotta boil water. Are you still making that ASCII art?
Yes.
You are a slave to fucking tradition.
I'm old.
This Valhalla will not get out from under the ground.
If it's small, let me know.
I can't tell. It's burrowed and won't come up.
Yeah, Greg. What part of that did you miss?
Oh my god.
Well, I got Greg 2 small crowns, so it counts for something. I don't know, you got that Chattacabra a lot easier than I did. It took me forever to get that fucking thing. Alright,
this person posted a silver Blanganga, whatever the fuck his name is. Silver! As an investigator, what are you doing?
Would you believe, Greg, that some people hunt animals for their monsters for their materials and not their crowns?
No, fuck them.
Jesus, stealing my fucking shtick here. Alright, that'll do it for episode 439 of the 3G podcast. Next weekend, hopefully we'll be talking about Oblivion Remaster, Expedition 33, if any of us play it, and I guess the end of some routes in AI the Somnium Files. Until next time, see y'all later.
Bye!
See ya!